I don't know why you hit the road, but you don't realize I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back. I don't know why she told me it's not your fault, but you don't realize that I never wonder what's the truth in your eyes. There's a light that makes me blush. I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back when you're around. I won't think twice when you're gone. Don't hesitate to call me back, 'cause I won't be there. I won't look back.
I can feel it somewhere inside, haunting like a drug I keep on wanting. There's a love that fits so perfect, it's hard to believe. There's a reason I can feel my heart stop beating.
How's that? We got audio now? Alrighty. It's good stuff.
Not bad.
I tried to set this all up and everything, and then...
Well, to backtrack, we were just talking about West Coast ins.
Yeah, so West Coast have a lot of ins, had a lot of changes, which is good, I feel. Compared to the week prior, their last game, where they had no real decent players or anything. So,
I mean, was that the problem with last week? Was that the week before? Was it just personnel? Was it a lack of personnel?
I think it was a part of the problem. I think Hearn out of the back line really hurt their defence, and for the most part, the team looked okay.
Yeah, okay.
But their defence, it's probably the only game of the year that I've seen where their defence was actually questionable.
And they leaked a lot of points, didn't they? Sydney got a lot of points. So Be interesting to see how much
Sydney scored about
difference Hearn
115
makes to
points
that.
or something, I think.
How's Essendon? Are they usually... Like, I know they've got a lot of talent in their forward line at times, but are they generally a big scoring team? I'm not sure.
I don't think so this year, no.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how that plays out.
I'm interested to know what your guys' predictions are. I do have a card in the top right-hand corner of the screen, so click that and let us know your vote to who to win West Coast or... Where's this going to go?
And give us some predictions as well, guys. Like if you've...
Sponsorship? Yeah. Coke, get on board. Sponsorship.
And also another red can that is not Coke.
So, obviously...
Yes.
Okay. Biggest news of the week. Have to talk about it before the game starts.
All right, hit me.
10-week suspension.
Oh, yeah, of course, the Stevenson stuff. I was trying to grab it there. It's been a big day. It's a big suspension.
I'm already calling commentary bias. Come on, Andrew, man. Come on. So I'm actually really nervous. Sorry, I'm really nervous about this because I don't want to get too emotional on this game.
No, let it flow. This is Footy Rivals, bro. This is what it's about. I don't know. We need a Thursday night derby. Man, that'd be something.
It'll never happen, though.
Yeah. Actually, probably a good thing, really. But no, Stevenson, hefty whack. But did you think...
Rightfully so.
Absolutely rightfully so. It's something that just unsettles me. There's a lot of things that happen in the game that people get riled up about that don't necessarily rile me up. This one unsettles me. I don't like the...
The biggest thing for me out of this is like all over the articles that are on AFL.com.au and everything are all backed up by betting ads.
Yeah, I mean...
So you've got one side of the coin where you're saying, no, you can't bet, and then you're just advertising, hey, come have a bet. And
it was raised in the Andrew Dillon press conference, and he shut it down immediately. Where they were like, a journo asked, are you going to review your betting sponsorships? And he said, I'm not here to talk sponsorships. And then I think they said, well, the only reason I ask is that if I was to look on your website right now on the ladder and on games, you've literally got the odds next to each team.
Yeah,
And it's like, well...
And all over on the ad banner spaces that they've got, it's all Bet Easy. There's no other advertising on that website except for Bet Easy.
It's a mighty taste of hypocritical, yeah.
Thursday night footy, yes or no? We vote yes because every Thursday night footy game, we can do this. Next week's going to be a bit tricky because the game starts at 5:20.
Ah, right.
It's an early game, so I don't know how we're going to go with it next week. If we can...
Who plays in the Thursday night game?
If we can figure it out, I think Richmond's won... I'm not sure. You'd have to look it up.
Yeah, I'll check that. But yeah, I did the Stevenson thing. Did you think the Stevenson thing was a shade of a cop out, given that he's back at finals? Should he be back at finals? Do you think? Do you think the suspension was fitting?
To be perfectly honest, you couldn't suspend him for more than what he is.
10 games is very.
It's 2 games more than what Heath Shaw was back in 2011.
11, I think. 10.
So no, I don't think it's a bad one.
Nah, I didn't.
10 weeks is a lot. If you were to do him for more than 10 weeks, that's being excessive. So, the coming back for finals or whatever, that's a cop out.
Part of me thought it was somewhat convenient that he's back at finals, but also the reasoning behind the suspension, I thought, it's solid, and it's the biggest ban that's been handed down for a betting issue.
It's the biggest ban that's been handed out.
For a long time,
I reckon 2 decades.
Yeah, I'm looking at I'm trying to think of what Dale Kickett got for his demolition derby stuff, but I think
they were separate. Games, maybe
actually they were all separate.
In total,
it wasn't one. Yeah.
But the thing that you got to remember is because there was a question that was raised up on Reddit. Because he's been suspended for 10 games, if he's suspended for another 6 games, does he?
Yeah.
Does he cop the whack? But there is a clause here. So suspensions that are dealt through the AFL's integrity department do not count towards those suspensions. Those suspensions have to be handed out by the tribunal for it to count. Essendon versus GWS next Thursday night. It starts at 5:20 for us, or
it does,
or 7:20 for the rest of the country.
Yeah. What are you hoping to see from this game from your guys? What do you want to see?
A better game of football. So for the 5 wins that they had in a row, every win was progressively getting better, and then they had the really big win over the Dogs.
The Dogs, they took them to task.
They looked good. So I'm hoping that last match was just a blip on the radar in getting back to that good form, and they blitzed the Bombers. I'm going to turn this up a bit. Do I want to turn this up a bit?
We should be fine. That came through quiet last week, I'm pretty sure.
Nathan Vardy is a bit of a flog. Yeah, that stuff during the week was a bit stupid.
It was second rate without trying to condemn it too much.
To be perfectly honest, I don't actually mind it, putting off, and having a bit of he did it in the context of trying to put his teammate off, which would actually work. Yeah. However, the flack, I don't think the flack should be going on Nathan Vardy. It should be going on West Coast media department. Yeah. Whoever let that go up.
I don't know.
That was a bit.
I did put a tweet out during the week where I thought, I saw the media person copying a bit of flack, and I was like, is this what I thought someone does something that is the general consensus is something wrong. Someone captures it on camera and we grill the person wielding the camera. I didn't really
not necessarily
agree with
the person wielding the camera, but surely you check that before you upload it.
You would think so.
It takes literally 2 minutes to check it before uploading it. But it doesn't matter. Game started.
Yeah, we're on, and I believe
West Coast are in defence.
Yeah, Essendon's gone forward. Interested to see what Redmond... I've watched patches of Essendon this year, and Redmond's always sort of caught my eye, having an improved year, but I'm keen to watch him for a full 4 quarters tonight and see what he can do against a West Coast forward line that's pretty potent.
Well, we can only wait and see. That was an easy chop off. So there's been 6 changes with West Coast. I don't know what the changes are for the Bombers, but West Coast bring in Hearn, Yeo, Marston, Nelson, Cameron. I don't remember the last one.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm about to look up Essendon's changes. I believe they had 3. Ooh.
Get off the ground, McGrath.
Andy McGrath. 1 kick, 1 goal. Okay, all right. Who are you watching in your fantasy team for this? Who have you got? I don't know if I've got any.
I've got Yo. Gaff is captained. I have Merritt. I brought Cameron in because he was a cheap forward who would just sit on my bench after this match.
Yeah.
And I brought Hearn in because I had a lot of cash. Yeah, okay. So I've actually got in my backline now Hawley and Hearn, and I'll bring Whitfield back when he comes back in, which is 3 prems in my defence. I'll be happy with that because I've got like 350k still.
Ah, right, yeah, that's pretty
and most of my entire midfield is full of premiums now.
Yeah,
I've got 3 premiums in my forward line, and I will have 3 premiums in my back line when Whitfield returns. So my team's looking pretty...
Yeah,
it's looking pretty good.
Not bad at all. It's looking a fair shade better than mine, which is not looking good at all. Essendon's change tonight was Jake Stringer out for Mitch Brown.
Yep, that's right.
And here they press again.
Shepherd. Love him.
Oh, you got to be clean.
Yeah, a bit hard.
They're outnumbered here. You would think West Coast can work this out.
You would think if they've got clean hands. There we go.
There it is.
There's Masto.
Back in the team. There's that Redmond.
Take it out. Yeah, that's good result. Happy with that. Good result. I don't mind Mitch Brown, but I don't mind Mitch Brown, actually.
I like Mitch Brown.
I think he goes all right.
I think he's, it sort of reminds me of almost,
he's not a first-rate forward, but he's playing. Yeah. I think he's playing better than what his talent would suggest.
He doesn't play the same way, but he sort of makes me remember Matt Spanger a little bit, and the guy, like, you bring him in and you've got full faith that he's actually quite a good player.
Yeah.
He's just not in that 22. Funny first few minutes. I mean, Essendon sort of look like they're getting hands to the footy.
West Coast haven't even gone forward yet. So
trying to absorb damage here, which they've done quite well. They've repelled 2 or 3 entries. So I think that's touched. Oh, that was good hands. That was not.
That's a push. McGovern, you're an idiot, man.
That was silly.
That was going out. Why would you push him in the back, you knob?
Here we got a switch.
He's been a lot better of a player than at Geelong. Yeah, he's older now though, to be honest.
A little more experience in the system.
Yes!
West Coast are actually...
Oscar Allen, go!
Here we go. This will be a goal. No, he's missed it. Ooh, he's missed it. That was a golden opportunity.
He had so much time.
I was just about to say before they turn that over, West Coast are actually putting quite good pressure on the ball carrier at the moment. Essendon's had a lot of the footy, but none of it's... Essendon's sort of had to thread the needle a little bit here early. I'm not sure why. Okay, alright. Fair enough.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot more commentating on the game this one, I think. I'm too invested. Jets.
That's good hands. Oh.
Whoa, what a sidestep.
They need to be clean
here,
dangerous,
but that's all right, Nelson. Yeah, don't go back across the goal. Don't go back across the goal. Hey, Declan, what's going on, man? Welcome.
Thanks for joining, mate. What do you got? What's your prediction?
Yeah, who do you think's going to come away with the 6? Oh,
well, free
must
kick
have pushed
there.
him out.
That should be 50. Or reversal.
Okay.
Oh, okay. We missed that.
I didn't see. I was reading Declan. What are you doing, man? Whoa, that's not it. What? Redden!
So Gaff and Merritt both getting a lot of football early here. Oh.
That's a holding on Kennedy, right?
Oh. Is it Kennedy? I thought Kennedy's man came.
I swear to God if you missed that.
That's a goal. Yeah. Okay.
See? 7-point play. What did I tell you?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all.
So an extended Essendon 91. Declan, I really want you to stay, man, but get out of our chat.
Swinging a lot between forward 50s at the moment.
It's opening 5 minutes. No one's established momentum yet, so that's okay.
So, who kicked that?
Hutchins,
Cripps.
maybe?
Cripps? Yeah, Cripps.
Cripps?
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm a Richmond supporter. Declan, well, why are you going for Essendon?
Were you here last Thursday night? Because that could have been ugly for you, Declan.
Oh, yeah, you didn't watch us go, yeah.
Yeah, I was... If they called that on a holding on Kennedy, I was a bit sceptical of that, because I thought Kennedy's man had come off quite well for the spoil.
Nice chain of hands.
Well done by Sheed.
Yep, good. Oh,
you've got to be far cleaner than that.
Oh, that's all right. That somehow worked out. All right, then. I'll take that.
Okay. All right. I don't know where Essendon's defenders
Psych, I think West Coast
then.
will win. Declan, man, you're playing with my emotions, buddy. What are you doing, buddy? I'm so nervous. It's not even funny. I don't like this at all.
Oh, this is very good. Very good.
I don't want to be too emotional. There's actually a lot riding on this game.
Yeah, there's a fair bit. I mean, what are the ramifications for each team? I mean, as we see Darling push that wide, stays in play. Ooh, you got to be clean, Dyson.
Ooh.
And that's actually going to work out okay if they get a stoppage here. Oh, no, they're going to get a run on.
Very well done by McKenna.
And Merritt's off to the races, down the wing. And he goes the one out. Had position and a good grab.
Yeah, no, that's all right.
It's a nice, quick transition play there from Essendon.
Should I sub to you? Well, there's a lot of content on here, Declan. It's up to you, man. Tomorrow's video is actually finishing off our mid-season reviews.
Yes, where you'll catch me yarning about GWS and North Melbourne.
I have to start editing that.
So, in summation, yes, please subscribe.
Yeah.
That was a good bit of play. That was quick from Essendon. I think they got a bit lucky with the fall of the ball on the wing there, but they made the most of it.
No, that's all right.
And that's a good kick.
Yep.
Jaden Laverde puts him back in front. Good game so far.
You get off the ground.
So yeah, ramifications for both teams. West Coast
potentially
fall from fifth.
Well, they're in...
a loss would see them fall from fifth if Fremantle beat Melbourne. Fremantle would need to beat Melbourne for that to happen.
Aren't Freo just a game behind?
They're a game behind, but Freo's up on percentage. So if both lose, say West Coast lose...
Are Freo in front right now? Because it's Freo's Oh, no, it's not Freo's. No.
No. They were just... Yeah.
Well, West Coast will start to lose touch with the top 4.
Yeah.
So in the description that I wrote for this, I said that both teams... This is a must-win for both teams, just to stay in touch with the top 4 and top 8 respectively.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I mean, Essendon... More important for Essendon than it is for West Coast, but...
I'd say it's more important for West Coast if they want a top 2.
Yeah, there's a lot riding on this for West Coast, yeah. Particularly at home, they need to win games, like every game at home from now, which they usually do. So we'll see how they go. Again, Dom Sheed in the middle, very good.
Long ball, it's 2-on-1.
What a grab! How did you pull that out? Oh my God!
Kennedy.
Why is no one from Essendon just watch the football?
I don't understand how he pulled that in.
How do they not defend this though? This is so bad. None of them are watching the footy. Terrible defence and a great mark. Not to take anything away from
Bias. Get out, Andrew!
I think, don't know what Essendon was doing on defence. Oh, it's a bad shank. Oh, it's a bad shank. Very un-Kennedy-like. How many goals has Kennedy got? I think it's something like 26. He's still in the top.
He's one
6 or 7.
He's one in front of Darling. And Darling's played more games.
And I think Darling's actually got the same as Walters, which is 25. So there you go.
That's a really bad miss.
That was a bad miss. Who's getting the footy? Still Heppel, Merritt, Gaff. Oh, and Hooker as well, I guess. No one jumped out of the blocks, I suppose.
Nick Nat should be back next week.
Ah, yeah. How do you feel about that? You must be very excited.
Very happy, yeah.
I sometimes feel like Nick Nat's just the ultimate luxury. Like, you clearly didn't, need him to thrive. You want to flag without him.
Yes, but he
comes back in and he's just so good.
Any team in the competition would have him. Even if you have Grundy or even if you have Gorn, you'd still have him as your first tap ruckman and then use the other player around the ground. It doesn't matter who you are and what team you're in. If that goes out over the full,
close to being out on the full. For Big Tom.
Yeah, Kennedy makes your midfield much more proactive because you just know he's going to win it. But it's not just winning; he's going to win it to advantage.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good tackle.
Who's that, Shuey? Luke Shuey. Okay.
Yo's already got 2 tackles.
Yeah, I
just want to point that out.
I literally was just about to say that I didn't think he'd started all that hot, but the stats silenced me. Oh,
that went out, didn't it?
If it didn't, that's amazing from Tipper.
Good herd.
Oh, yeah, well done. Well,
he gave him the shake and bake.
Lost the initial contest, regathered, won the footy. Well done. I would have put money on Kennedy to slot that. Normally a dead eye. Me too, Andrew.
You're not wrong.
Me too.
I can't believe you missed it.
Yeah, that was bad. Got the yips.
Who's holding who now?
Essendon again.
Wow, okay. We're winning a lot of frees in contests.
You'd be used to that by now, right? It's an Eagles home game.
Not in Mark. No, and that's
considering Freo won their free kick out 32-15 last week. I should probably shut up. This is okay. Okay.
McGovern's off.
Yeah. Maybe seeing some control, getting it forward, and this might not help with McGovern off. No, they seem like they've zoned this off well, forced a down the line kick. Well, you should have taken that. And that's good work to hold it up.
Essendon's tag is free playing tonight. No targets at the moment. Shield gets it from that stoppage. Thanks, Xavier. So Brown, always a dangerous customer.
Yeah,
here we go.
That's a good tap on.
Shot on
It's going to
You're going to have to get the bodywork right.
Go Petrol Galley. Yeah. Hey,
Jeez, the boundary
I
umpire
swear to God that went out as well.
The boundary umpire has put the whistle away.
That's a good kick.
That's a very good kick.
Well,
yeah, if we're going to praise Tipper, I'll praise Petruccelli there. Well done.
It's not.
Wow! He threads the needle. Kick. Who was that? It was
Cameron that kicked it to Sheen.
Excellent kick.
That's actually a very
his first
good
kick in AFL football.
Yeah,
it's a very good start.
Well, I swear to God, this went out. That went out. As he runs and he's carried it, he's pulled it over, and then he's put that. I will say that went out.
That's a good grab by Ryan.
Yep. Now you better slot this, buddy. You missed your first shot. Wow.
Oh, that's disgusting.
I don't know why that was called play on.
It's actually dangerous, but well killed by Essendon there. This Wayne Carey reaffirms our point.
A bit slow.
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me.
Brother Charlie playing with the Lions this weekend, so hasn't made the trip, but wished him all the best. Told him just to enjoy the week, make the most of it.
Just gonna reset this.
Well, the AFL's got a new match centre. That's right.
Yes, they do. Yes.
Interesting.
Nick Nat returns to the Waffle this week. Yes, he does. He plays for the West Coast team, actually.
He does.
And he plays the same match that he did last year against South Fremantle, I think.
I think they do have Souths, yeah. No, East. They've got East Fremantle.
Yes, and they versed East Fremantle. So Nick Nat versed East Fremantle.
He's going to be going up against, I can't remember the second ruckman, but the first one for East Freo is John Griffin.
Yes, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, very interesting. Also, not the only ex-Eagle, well, not the only ruckman to be joining the Eagles waffle side this week, since Drew Petrie's going to line up.
I heard that, yes.
Yeah. Good for him.
Backwards a long way.
Yeah, that was, I don't know, this has got to work out for that to look smart.
Yeah, you've only gone, wow, that ball.
What is happening? What is going on? And that's a terrible
shocking kick.
And well read. Why, Nelson, was it?
I'm assuming that's a high tackle.
Yeah, it's got to be. Shepherd, not Nelson. That's a terrible tackle.
Yeah, it was Shepherd, yeah.
Why would you? Awful tackle attempt. Again, ball. Just doesn't want to go out.
No, it doesn't.
Oh,
bang!
Good pressure.
That's a stupid hand pass by Heppel.
That's great pressure. Well done.
It's Cameron.
Yeah,
he's going well. He's going well, yeah, that's right.
I'd like to see his stats, actually, after that.
We'll go disposal stats, instead of fantasy.
Yeah.
Well, Heppel's on 8.
Oh, he's got a fair bit of the footy.
So who's Hutchings going to then?
Good point, because Merritt's also got 7. So, is Hutchings... I can't see him around this
No,
stoppage.
I can't see him at the stoppage either.
He's not on Heppel or Merritt. Is he on Shield? He must be on Dylan Shield.
Why would you put him on Shield, though? He's not that
I got no idea, but I haven't seen Dylan Shield get a touch.
Good Allen. Alright, we got speed. We got speed. Bang!
Oh, we certainly do have speed. Jeez. And here goes. Don't take a bounce. Don't take a bounce.
They said that no teams were tagging at the moment. Fair enough.
Perhaps Hutchings needs to start.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, I thought that would have been a free kick.
What
but
was
okay.
that, McGovern?
All right, here we go.
I really want to watch this again.
All right. That's bad for the Eagles, man. They've dominated the possession. Well, not the possession. They haven't dominated. But I feel like they won that last 5 minutes of general play. Down 2 scores now.
It's all right. We're not down 8 goals, so...
Innocuous free kick, too. Non-call, I mean.
Yeah, it was a bit of a weird one.
Yeah. Looked like a clothesline. I thought that was a bit of WWE action happening there, but...
No, what I loved watching then was McGovern go up to try and get the ball, completely miss it, and he just face planted.
Yeah.
That bang.
Yeah.
He's just
I don't know what that
straight
was.
on his face. There's no contact. There's no anything.
Nice bit of composure for Essendon to finish that off.
And again,
there goes Merritt. Okay, so they're playing plenty of football, and that. It's a block. Yeah, it's a block. I thought it might have been. Holding. Okay, I thought it was a block.
Oh, I'm assuming it's one or the other. They've just called.
Regardless, it's bad.
Play on. He didn't even get off the mark.
Okay, all right.
They're very fast to call play on. I'm not sure why. Like Liam Ryan was lining up for a kick, and they called play on during his run-up.
Yeah. Tipper getting strapped up there. He's in the wars. This Bell Chambers gets it back.
It's a good tackle.
That's a good tackle. Yeah, so he copped a whack to his own mush there. Tipper. Oh,
good speed.
Oh, here's their own bit of speed. Oh,
that's good.
And
Brilliant. And Cripps is going to run.
I don't know.
That went under, right?
How do you not touch that?
Completely.
How do you not touch that?
He was expecting it to bounce, and it didn't. That is so lucky. I've never seen the ball do that before.
Something on it.
Normally, after about three touches of the ground, right, the ball will bounce back up. That's what I've always named as a rule when I've played footy, right? That just kept rolling. I think it's a bit unlucky for Hurley, to be honest, because if you're going that low, right, and it does bounce up, you're in a really bad spot.
Yeah,
and that's actually really easy to predict.
I would have thought Cripps is lucky that went through, really, because I felt like he had options
100%.
there. I felt like he had options.
Lucky. All of his options are pretty well
they're
covered.
all one-on-ones. Okay, Hurley had him covered. Okay, so
he wasn't expecting it to bounce like that.
Wow, that's unlucky. Bring that one back.
I remember Max Gawn did that a couple of years ago. And the umpire just turns around and goes to him, "What?" And Max was like, "What?" Basil, you're an idiot.
Yeah, that one bounce. You want to... Okay. All right, Baz. Fine. All right, mate.
That's... I swear that should be called.
That's got to be called.
I swear
it's a
that should be
base tap
called.
towards the line. That's deliberate. I did have. I will say my margin was West Coast to win by 22.
Wow,
you're going West Coast
brilliant.
to win. Have you got a margin?
No.
I don't think you should. Oh, that is.
Oh, he just gave it to Shake and Bake.
And then he tried the Jack Higgins.
He couldn't do it. It's good defense.
Oh, Petruccelli
good
read that well. Yeah, he tried the Jack Higgins there. Liam Ryan. Thanks, Baz.
I swear they're really slow on the calls, eh?
Yeah.
Easy grab.
That's a good grab.
Oh, I love shit.
Well done by McGovern.
I love
to protect
shit.
the contest. That was well done.
That was very good body work.
Yeah.
Andrew, do you just keep removing your comments, or what's going on, man? Or do you just keep swearing or something? Because I can see that your comments are being, like, blocked.
Oh, we've got a report.
So he's been reported rough conduct for this. Well, I think he'll
I'm not sure there's anything in that. Free kick, maybe, sure.
I can see why the umpire in that moment might call the report.
He's pushed him basically as he's handballed it.
Yeah.
He's called the report just to break up the players.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything going to come from that. How the hell does...
That's a very good question, Andrew.
That is a good question.
Wayne Carey is also sick. It was good defence. Like
that final push.
He was getting around him, and he went back to Shepherd.
That final push towards the line that saved a goal. Ooh.
Great, Schofield.
Orazio not able to get into things yet.
Tackle.
So West Coast defence nullifying him quite well.
That's a nothing kick, and it's worked.
It has worked.
It's worked.
Tip and Goody.
Ready to kick inside this magnificent stadium.
And he's kicking technique, Victor. You would love it. It's compact, it's simple, it's textbook.
Wayne Carey's sick. Maybe he should stop commentating.
He's not thinking at any stage about the process of actually kicking the foot. He's just thinking about where I'm going, how I'm lining this up. Everything else is so natural to him.
Miss it. Miss it.
He has not. He has not missed it.
Damn it.
It's a good kick.
Damn it.
Okay, 2-2, 4-zip. Pretty even game so far.
4-zip. They're not going to be able to carry on that accuracy for the game.
No, they're not.
It's only 10. It's what, 10 points? So there's nothing in it.
Heppel hasn't had a touch for some time too, which is working out well for the Eagles. Yeah, very interested. So the Eagles have got Sheed and Shepherd as their top disposal winners right now. So Gaff's gone out of things as well.
I think he's only just down there.
4.
He's on 4 touches.
And he had 4 touches, I believe, in like the first 4 minutes. So it's been a while since Gaff sniffed the football.
Shut up, Basil.
Both ruckmans just
missed it.
Absolutely missed that.
Yeah,
Tip and Woody.
Too busy going for the body. Nice and easy. Who's your favourite West Coast player at the moment? Yo.
Yeah. Yeah, Elliot Yo. It's really good to watch. Although for this game specifically, I do like how Jared Cameron has started.
He started well, but he'll probably burn out.
Yeah, maybe. Alright, so there's Gaff.
Oh. Yeah, he knew he should have taken that mark.
7 kicks as well. 7 of them kicks. So
that's good for my fantasy.
Happy start for Zach Merritt. Here comes Tipper. Tipper's really getting into things now as he continues to run there. But West Coast has done well. Oh, that's dangerous.
Yeah, that's a big bump.
Yeah, that's going to get looked at. That's got potential to get looked at.
I'm not sure. It looked innocuous, to be honest. There's not.
He abandons going for the ball and he gets head-high contact.
He does move his body into that.
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't run in at all.
Yeah,
But he got him right on the hit point.
Ooh, West Coast are lurking here. Yo, go.
Yeah, got it.
Well done. Yeah. On cue.
Andrew, so you're in front of us. You must be watching this on TV because you're in front of us. Our broadcast, the stream, the AFL stream is a slight delay.
Yeah, got to be.
My favourite Bombers has to be Waller, such an exciting player. Favourite Bombers player?
I'm a massive Michael Hurley fan.
I reckon I'm Joe Danaher. I love watching him play.
Yeah.
He's just got such a love of the game. He is infectious.
That's a really good call. He is very watchable. Who else have we got in there? We got Orazio. A lot of people like Orazio.
No, I'm not a fan.
I've never
he's
been...
a good player, but I'm just not a fan.
I think he's overhyped a little. Yeah, Hurley and Danaher. Let's stick with that. They're good. So back and forth. No team really able to string together
Nice cut off.
back-to-back goals.
Reload, yep. Straight off the back.
And that ought to put the defenders under some pressure.
Here we go. Cameron!
Good work.
Damn it.
Well done, Zaharakis.
It's alright. Hey, he's getting involved early. I
He
like
is.
it.
He's
I
very
like it.
involved. I'm a big fan of his work so far.
Considering he's replaced Rioli,
Yeah, good point.
and he's going alright.
He keeps his own. You're not going to keep Rioli out of the side, but there's no reason that he has to come out for Rioli, if he's able to keep his own and sort of, string together some good performances. Okay.
He's pushed in the back. I think he played for that a bit.
Alright, and
Good,
Essendon...
no, Shuey, you're a good kicker goal. No.
The Dons are 5 metres off their man at nearly every contest. Sort of abandoned defence here.
Have you been to Optus yet, and how was this? No, I haven't been to Optus yet. I have actually had a thought, though. It's just a matter of getting the time about potentially going and recording an episode.
That would be
Footy
fun.
Rivals.
That would be a lot of fun because
West Coast versus Fremantle. At the Derby.
Okay, all right, that would be a lot of fun. Because I have been to Optus Stadium twice, and it is amazing. It's a brilliant venue to be watching football at. The elevated, sort of like the stands are a metre elevated, whereas at Subiaco you would just be on ground level.
Yeah,
hated that. Impossible to see over the other side of the ground. But yeah, no, Optus Stadium, I recommend, Andrew, if you've got the chance. Certainly give it.
He lives in Victoria.
Just still get there. It's still worth it. It's a good tackle. Was well done by Gaff to be waiting out. Oh, that's an free kick. Okay.
Fair enough. They were both wrestling each other. I was wondering who that was going to go to.
The Bombers Hurley looked filthy when they called that free, thinking it was for Kennedy.
Nice. Guys, I should mention, if you do like watching this with us, make sure you leave a big thumbs up on the stream. Means a lot.
Please do, and
Andrew,
as Declan did, please subscribe.
Who was your favourite West Coast player, and who's your favourite Geelong player? Because I know you're a Cats supporter. Been to Metricon, that was a great stadium. It would be a great stadium.
I wouldn't mind getting to Metricon for a game. That'd be quite nice.
Well, considering it was just used for the Com Games last year, it'd have to be up to standard.
Yeah, absolutely.
Holding the ball, and Yo's getting the kick from outside 50.
Okay.
He's got the leg on
He's
that.
got a boot, right? Yeah, okay.
Oh, no, it's Redden. I thought it was Yo.
In game number 200.
I don't...
Is it Redden?
It is Yo.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He's got the leg for this. He doesn't need a torpedo. He has a 60-metre bomb. This is interesting, kid.
Okay, all right.
This is interesting.
For the lead at quarter time. No, didn't
He went for the barrel.
He went for the barrel. It right at all.
Don't know why he went the barrel. He had the carry with a drop punt then.
Yo's got 6 tackles in the first quarter.
That is insane.
That's
It
amazing.
is insane.
That's amazing. I didn't even notice. I just got a message from a friend.
He has been a tackling machine over the last 2 months.
He has. He every game he brings the pressure, and then finishes getting disposals as well. 46 on AFL Fantasy. Okay.
I'm happy with that. I should have made him my captain, but it is what it is. Where's my captain? Gaff.
26 is not bad. And he could get motoring.
West Coast player at the moment has to be Yo or Petricelli, and Geelong has to be Myers at the moment.
is amazing to watch. He's a really good player to watch. I enjoy watching him.
He's easy to draw attention because of his wild hair as well.
Yeah, I think if you're asking me to pick my watchable player from Geelong, he'd be up there. Tom Stewart, of course, is really good.
Tom Stewart, for the same reason that I picked Joe Danaher. His love of the game is just very adamant.
Yeah, and I think he loves being in the AFL. He's just kind of like, I've done the VFL thing for a few years. Being in the AFL is really enjoyable. Winning in the AFL is even more enjoyable, and they do a lot of that this season. So, Geelong's got Port Adelaide on the road this weekend.
Yes.
Backing in the Cats, I guess. It was probably the one game that sort of piqued my interest tip-wise.
If they had just brung in Dixon and Wines, but kept Westhoff. And I'd have to look at their other changes. I would have liked Westhoff to have stayed in the team.
Yeah.
Maybe kept Ryder in the team as well. I know they're out of form, but bringing in Dixon changes their structure.
It does. It gives them that real big focal point. So, a danger game for Geelong, I would think, maybe, but...
I made a vow not to open my beer before they kicked 2 goals. Kennedy ruined my night. Joel, has Ryan done the cinnamon challenge yet? No.
Oh, no.
We don't actually have. We don't have any. I didn't even think of it
this week.
I haven't had a chance to be able to go and get some, so it's probably gonna have to be next week.
Which is super poor by me. I should be holding you to account on this.
Enjoying Rowan too with the pressure he is bringing.
He's actually having a fantastic
season. Really reinvigorated himself. I mean, not that he was ever that bad at Sydney, I didn't think. He would be a whipping boy sometimes for some Sydney losses. I didn't agree with that.
So how have you seen the first quarter?
Even. Very even. Each side, when they go inside 50, kind of looks dangerous, but defenses are somewhat scrapping to mop it up. I think, even though they're behind, West Coast defense has been more impressive than Essendon's defense for mine. Like, Essendon seem like they're maybe 3 or 4 steps off their player when they should be sort of closing in. Like, the Kennedy mark was the perfect example.
Yeah.
Midfield-wise, Essendon's getting all the footy, but, Yo's laying all the tackles. I think it's pretty even through one. What about yourself?
I've seen it relatively even. I think Essendon are getting their goals from probably centre clearances.
And also been far more accurate.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think Essendon have been able to get the ball forward from centre clearances and then lock it in sort of thing, and that's where they've been scoring. And then West Coast have been rebounding from defence better.
Yeah, they have been,
Than what?
Which is kind of
contrasting games at the moment.
Yeah, kind of what you would have expected coming into this game.
I feel like West Coast probably have a bit more control on the ball.
I feel like West Coast are playing a more sustainable brand that it's going to last over 4 quarters.
3 and 4? So they've had more shots.
Yeah, and they've had some stinkers that haven't scored.
Yeah, so, I feel like they should be, like in the feel of the game, I feel like they should be in front, but they aren't yet.
Any players that you think need to insert themselves a bit more and,
for West Coast, probably Shuey and Gaff.
Yeah.
For the Bombers, definitely Shield.
Shield's got to give more. I was just going to say Dylan Shield.
I've seen, Heppel's been handballing the ball.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen much of him using the ball.
We need to do a Footy Rivals awards show at the end of the season. It's going to be interesting.
It's a very interesting thought.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff around that's been doing mid All-Australian teams.
I got filthy on the AFL's one today because they didn't include Luke Ryan. So that was a bit filthy.
The AFL's one was for the
that was their
Player of the Week.
Mid-Team of the Year thing.
It's for Player of the Week. So it's their All-Australian team determined by how many nominations you've had for Player of the Week. Ryan
was among the, he had 3 nominations or 4 nominations or something, and he could have been put in their team, although they opted with the 6 guys. Or did they just have to give the 6 guys above him that each got? Oh, okay, all right. Well, I'm still filthy.
So, the more nominations you had...
Right.
And then if you had equal, 4s, then they would put in whoever was in there sort of thing,
Yeah.
MVP/hottest take, stuff like that. Oh yeah, 100%, Joel. We'll do that.
We'll probably do that. I reckon we'll probably do something in the bye week.
Yeah.
And give awards and stuff for the home and away season.
Yeah.
Not that we have anything to actually give any of these players.
We don't. They don't get anything, but they earn enough money.
Here's a thank
they
you.
get my praise,
If I ever meet you,
Which
you
is
can
elite.
have a handshake. See, Bombers, centre clearance.
Yeah, and the Eagles win it back here. That sums up what the game's been like so far. Yeah, that's in the back.
Pushing the back.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter. It was going to be downfield
yeah,
anyway.
did not matter.
That's a brilliant kick under pressure again from Jeddah. Little banana kick on his right foot and hits the target.
Brilliant, Mark.
Good grab. Dylan Shield.
He's actually pretty good at doing that.
Dylan Shield's really struggling there. Like he needed to impact that contest in some way. Get out of second.
I love
year,
an
man.
affection, which is pretty much worthless. Hey, Joel. Alan. He's just come back in the team and he's just looking a bit...
I don't think
Just a
Essendon's
touch off.
really hit any contest extremely hard. Is that on the full? No.
I think it was, yeah.
It'll be a free going the way of the West Coast.
Ah.
Oh, it was already over by the time that he got it then.
Okay. Right.
Dylan Shields 6 disposals tonight. Gav,
So Gaff's looking to start to insert himself on in the contest.
Yeah. He's getting there. Yeah. Had a few quiet minutes in the first, but he's there now.
good spot there. Ambrose had to come late. Darling,
Ryan. Oh.
to Ryan.
He didn't know what to do.
Oh.
No!
Stop it.
What is with Sheen and Pockets, man?
Oh.
He kicked out on the
Alright.
outside of the boot.
So he's insane. Okay. I don't really know what to make of that.
You're behind me. Wait for it. Oh, yeah. So, Daniel, you're watching this live. Andrew's watching this live. We're watching it on the AFL app.
So we're
probably
roughly
about
what? 10, 15 seconds behind.
It depends on
are we?
it depends on the
Maybe
system
a
they're
little
using.
more.
We could be 13 seconds behind, I think.
Yeah.
Wait, we're best reactions.
I mean, that's just bullshit. It didn't even strike well.
No, he struck that.
It's like a
absolutely hard. That
Tory.
went straight.
Oh,
I don't think
that's-
that didn't curve. That went straight.
No, that just floated
it
its
did.
way through.
It just went straight.
You
How
gotta
do you
be-
miss-kick that straight
You've
through
got to
the
be
goal?
kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Essendon fans should be filthy.
That's
That
good.
helps. Yeah, see, Essendon are just a little far off the man. There's no immediate pressure there for mine.
Brilliant
That's a great
kick.
kick. That is a ripping kick. And a ripping lead by Allen to just be running
Very
into that
good.
space.
Yeah,
you know?
straight
He
through
almost
the corridor.
drew the
too.
footy to that
Straight through the
spot.
corridor. That's the
Yeah.
first grab he's taken. I reckon he's had about 3 drop marks.
So, and again, Essendon just too far off the player. You got to, you're versing a top 4 quality side here. You've got to put some pressure on. I think Essendon are a bit lost at the moment.
there's Oscar Allen.
I really love this kid.
I
He's
think
looking very,
I
very
think he's a
good.
very good footballer.
30 metres out directly in front of this. Just a touch breezy out there. 40
Oh,
metre kick.
that is not a very good kick, though. He did his best not to score there, but he's registered 1 point at least. That is, yeah.
It dropped above his hip.
Yeah.
It dropped above his hip.
Sad, Essendon did take a bit of a breather here, but they're not going to get it. Not with contests like that,
What are you doing, McGovern? Just pump it in. It only worked out because Shuey's such an elusive player.
And
Why
that's
would you
good-
put
that's
it back
good
in
pressure.
traffic? God.
The man should have just kicked it. I mean, it's Dom Sheed. Just get a boot to it, man.
Doesn't he? I mean, he was on his back foot, almost impossible to do.
That's a good rove.
But the Eagles,
But
are killing them,
they're set up very
they're
well.
destroying them behind the ball. And then this again, I'm harping on about it, but they're too far off. They're not going to contest if they're this far off.
Oh, I swear to
Everyone
God,
had a
Kennedy
piece
had
of it.
one hand.
Everyone had a piece of it. I don't know. Probably a good non-call.
Ryan, I feel your pain. Why do you feel my pain, Joel? I thought he was going to drag that in with the one hand.
So
Surely that's holding his other arm, though.
If Kennedy didn't have a hand on it, you're probably looking at a cracking darling mark. This is just,
McGovern's about to have a shot. Watch this. Also miss.
They are destroying Essendon behind the foot. Essendon are really
Watch.
missing Jake Stringer right now.
Watch this miss. He's a shocking shot on goal.
Really? I know he's had one
a
supremely.
shocking shot on goal.
He came up big in one Oh yeah, that was
great.
good.
But did you see the kick though? It was a wobbly ass kick.
It was, yeah.
Sticky fingers.
You call his brother Gecko there.
Well, it runs in the family. Because here is McGovern with a
Missed.
Yeah, he's pushed it. Yeah,
just missed. He would have been
not a bad effort though.
I just know he's going to miss. Wow.
Oh yeah, Essendon are in trouble. Last 10 inside 50s going in West Coast favour. That is,
Yeah, they cannot get it out.
can't. And it's vintage Eagles. Like we've seen this a million times before. It's just them zoning off to perfection.
So, do you think, Xavier, that could be a concussion test?
Potentially concussion, but he was complaining about something coming from the back, so maybe his neck or his shoulder area.
XX.
That's quick hands.
And they're also winning it at the middle now, so they've taken away the one thing that Essendon was doing well.
Ooh, that was close.
Eagles are turning this into a bloodbath.
Brilliant. Kennedy, don't mess this up now.
We should be ahead by a lot. I'm assuming, Daniel, you're a West Coast fan.
He is, yes.
Yeah, okay. Give it time. You're about to be ahead by a lot if Essendon keep playing this way.
Well, we're 4 and 6. We've had 6 more scoring shots.
Yeah. To lead by 6 points. You know, it's it's getting very ugly. This will go. Yeah. That is a cracking kick. Is it? It's going to push in the post. Man.
Come on! That was in. It was on the line.
Yeah, that was in. Yeah.
On the line as he took it.
That's in. And hard for the boundary
And he didn't
umpire who's
juggle it.
behind it to call it. So, yeah. Good work by the boundary ump. And again, just kill it. Stoppage.
And push it forward 10 metres from
Yeah.
the contest. It's
Yeah.
all right.
Gain some ground and reset. And, Essendon aren't even winning enough clearances
Yeah, but the
now.
problem is West Coast are missing so much. Momentum will change.
It's going to shift its game of footy that usually does, but I mean, Essendon are just doing so many things wrong. Again, it's like watching it on repeat.
Just-
Time in forward half
Yeah,
must be
let's go for a
99
switch.
to 1.
Let's go for a switch. Or not. Just put it straight back in the contest.
Oh, it's ball. That's ball. You can't just limp away from a contest like that. That is abysmal from whatever Essendon player that was that got done there. Watch them just wow, nearly.
Come on! That's...
This Essendon player's just decided, oh, hey, I'm going to just waltz away from this inside 50 contest and nothing bad is going to happen to me. No.
Come on, Cameron.
This would be nice. If he can also break
I'd
the
be
drought
very
of
happy
points.
with this.
He's
It's
done
coming
it.
back,
Yeah,
swinging
he's done
back,
it.
swinging
Yeah.
back.
He didn't make the distance.
No, come on.
Man, poor guy. That was a decent ride. Wah wah. Yeah, good call, Joel.
Shut up. 9 of the last 10 scoring shots.
Essendon needs some chaos ball. They need to stop kicking it out of defensive 50 like this and just try and work it out through absolute chaos. Maybe this will help. Who knows?
No, they're pretty well set up here.
The Eagles just have the number every time.
Shake and bake.
Mr. 200.
How is he grabbing this?
I didn't know if that one was a mark.
No other Essendon player touched it.
I don't like. Oh no, I didn't think it was touched. I was wondering if he juggled it or not. But maybe I just
he
maybe
held
I
it.
saw
He
that
held
one.
it solidly. He
Okay.
didn't juggle.
Set shots. First one was an absolute shocker.
Good work by Redden
then-
to stay in
and
the
then
contest. Yeah, well
Shake
done.
and bake.
Well done.
Expecting to nail these.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a mark. That's a mark.
Former Carlton player Eddie Betts to get to 600 goals. They're both on 589. First man there will be the 32nd player.
Oh,
Come on! This is getting stupid.
oh wow, this is ugly. This is 10 minutes of straight dominance to just wrecked by bad kicking. And that's a good
It's a good
mark.
grab, yeah.
This is what Essendon need. Just someone to stand up and take a big mark and say, hey, let's switch the play. Try and make the Eagles move and work hard. Even though it doesn't look like the switch is particularly on.
No.
No, the Eagles are set up.
They switched too fast. So they should have waited for West Coast to set up and then switch to break it.
Yeah. She's
straight
just
to
got
her.
no hope. Like he's got no help, and then they're a mile off. I mean, where are
Who
the
is this?
Essendon?
No one's on the mark.
Yeah, there it is.
Why
Okay.
don't you stay on the mark, you
Hey,
muppet?
first goal for Cameron. Well done. Well done. Good for him. Essendon are playing disgusting football right now.
No, they're not.
I think this has been bad.
To be fair, they're constantly under pressure.
Oh yeah, West Coast. Look, West Coast have got them pegged, but I just think like it almost looks like West Coast has got like the way they're set up. It looks like they've got 2 extra players on the field or something. You know?
Yeah, Essendon aren't working hard enough either.
No.
Yo with 7 tackles. Right, here we got. Yeah.
Gaff and Sheed are now.
Thank you, Gaffy.
So yeah, Essendon's
And
not
he
even.
doesn't stay on the mark.
The one thing, yeah, that's bad. That's a coach's nightmare.
If you let any player kick for goal on the run, they'll kick it.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
set shots that players
Yeah.
these days suck
They
at
don't
because
like
they
it.
don't run through the ball.
Yeah.
But when they're on the run, most
And then-
players will kick it.
The one thing Essendon was doing well in the first quarter was winning the footy and the disposal count, and they're clearly
was-
not doing that this quarter at all. Oh, get out!
Patricelli.
And that's a good kick. And you're a mile off. Yeah, this is sheer dominance by West
Now
Coast.
he's going to come out on the left foot, and Kennedy's generally pretty good in the pockets.
This is really piping up as something that's going to be very good for the Eagles.
Well, we need some percentage back.
I was just going to say, this could
after the
literally
last
be a
match.
percentage boost the way it's shaping. That's another.
Oh my god!
So he's kicked 4 behind.
Kennedy.
He's 0-4.
All
is
right,
he?
you got to stop. You got to stop kicking for goal now,
Jeez,
man.
Josh.
I'm surprised Patricelli didn't.
Who got that foot in there? I missed it. Was that Redden or something?
I'm not sure.
That's pretty handy. Alright, okay, maybe. Get a stoppage there. That's okay.
So who's going to inspire them? Who's going to wind them up? Who's going to start the process again for the Bombers? Because at the moment the spark is gone.
So often we see, obviously,
Alright.
Mayor and Heckle. We see him often will himself in these situations.
And West Coast are just all over them here. Winning the footy first.
Another impressive year.
Okay, there's Shield.
They're trying to
And
get
Shield
out.
looks like he's doing something now.
They are trying.
Under pressure going forward. And
Wow.
That doesn't help. That makes it hard.
neat little kick. This gap over the
That's
top.
all right.
Oh, it's going to be a free.
And a free kick. Will go the way of
Pushed him in the back.
Bad free to give away.
Yeah, because you
You're
were out.
finally
You
off.
were out in the middle. You had the corridor.
this game so far.
And that where are Essendon's
brilliant.
players?
Oh, it's because they
Like,
started pushing forward.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
They started pushing forward and gave away a free. Kennedy is having a stinker. I agree, Daniel. He is. This is the worst I've seen him kick for goal.
Yeah, usually
They're
Mr.
all
Reliable.
drawing. I don't think he's
Yeah.
missed right yet. He's
No, I
missed
don't think
to
so.
the left.
No.
Cripps is generally a good shot.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's
Just didn't keep enough of it. Wow.
stop toying with my emotions.
This must be hurting you because this has just been a game of almost for West Coast.
we should be
almost marks,
we should
almost
be
goals.
at like 80 points. By
Oh
now.
yeah, this is crazy.
Why would you bounce that there?
Oh, that was
Oh,
one.
that's all right. Risky
Yeah,
to
was
do that
risky.
deep in the pocket, but
In there, half of the ground and owning it cheap. Little handball over the top. Cameron just went down with the one hand to try and pick a different.
Essendon really has to work it
Wow,
out with their hands, but
they-
they are just
none of them want the
There's even-
responsibility to hold the ball.
It's total perceived pressure now. You know, West Coast is in their heads.
Superb. Haven't had an inside 50 in this turn.
Wow, that is a stat.
Give us the time in forward half stat.
Now Darling in front, dangerous. Parrish
That's all right.
to Langford, who'll drive the ball with that right boot towards.
That's a good kick.
Okay,
That's a
all
brilliant
right.
kick.
What can you work?
And in the middle,
They're on.
Pressing the ball hard. Laverde gets there now. Begley kept going.
this is going to be
Can run onto this.
all right. Yep.
Okay, so that
worked out.
hurts West Coast.
Yes,
you know, West Coast
massively,
has
because
missed
now they're
so
only
many-
11 points
Yeah.
down.
West Coast has missed so many opportunities,
Hang on.
and then one
They're only
inside
11
50, one
points
goal.
down. That means West Coast have kicked how many behinds now?
What was the what's the score again? It's 41. Are they 5 goals 11? West Coast, I think. Wow. Not pretty. I mean, like, that's a big goal. One inside 50 for the term, one goal, versus absolute and total dominance from West Coast. And they, and
a lot of behind.
Didn't have to put a score on the board, given they had so many shots, but...
and this is one of those goals that can turn momentum.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's what it is. I mean, Essendon, that's good execution. I mean, they're 5-zip compared to 5-11. West Coast has had 11 more scoring shots to lead by 11 points.
Yep.
Wow. Ain't that something? Here they go again, though. Doesn't look like it's changed too much momentum from that. Okay, this is a guy who needs to get involved. Eagles have done a really good job.
No, I wouldn't.
Eagles have done a really good job curbing Saad's influence so far.
Wow, that's the first touch I've seen him get.
Yeah. I don't know who's on him.
West Coast have already covered 2Ks more than the Bombers, so they are working much harder.
Yeah,
so you see the dominance here. That is
that's
holding the ball. You're not even trying to get rid of it.
You're over the top, and
you're not trying to get rid of it.
Yeah,
the ball is
give
under
it a temp, mate. That is a terrible. Be smart.
I was actually going to say, please kick it to the middle, and he did. So I'm happy with that.
He did well. Well done by the Essendon defence to finally be in front of Josh Kennedy once. Yeah, but he didn't make an attempt to get rid of it. I mean, that's what we're...
Free kick, Essendon.
Okay.
Just got a little ugly here, hasn't it? West Coast, though, only 11 points. I say only, Duck. I mean, really, 5-11.
Shut up, Basil.
God.
I don't want to hear it.
And that's
a good...
Oh, that's a grab. They called it a grab. I don't know.
I'm not sure. He never...
I don't know if it was.
He never controlled it.
I thought it might have been touched by the West Coast player there, but...
Yeah, but he didn't control it.
Yeah. It's like
blew the whistle.
16-1.
Blew the whistle.
Wow.
That's all right. And now they're locked way back in defence. It's a bad kick.
It's a bad kick given that West Coast is set up so well.
Yeah, given there was no switch on.
I mean, what are you doing?
Now you've just gone back to a contest. It's not good play by Heppel.
Even if the kick down the line is not on, at least you might have got a stoppage 40 metres down the field. Yeah.
Instead, you've just got a stoppage where you had control of the ball.
Yeah.
If there's a switch on, then go for it. How can you stream? I can't until I get 1,000. No, you can stream whenever. You just can't monetize until 1,000. Right, don't criticise Basil's commentary.
Or Kennedy. There it is.
I missed it.
That was a good grab.
Andrew.
Andrew, the man who was questioning how Basil has a job.
Yeah, I know. That's why he's doing it. All right, let's see. What's he do here?
Okay. Yeah, no, just good body work. Good body work and gets the jukes up. Just flies. Yeah.
Kennedy misses again. No, he gets this one. This one he gets.
Yeah, he'll get this. He got it through.
I called it.
He did his best not to.
I called it.
Jesus. All right, that's a big goal.
Do you know what's most disappointing? He could be on 5 goals.
Should be on 5 goals, yeah.
Imagine if he kicks 5 goals, because how many is he behind the Coleman leader?
Something like 14 or something behind Jeremy Cameron. Jeremy Cameron's on 40, I think, and Kennedy going into this round was on 26. I did look at goals this week.
Which is not out of his ability.
Get an injury to Jeremy Cameron,
bring back
and anyone's game. I mean, Tom Hawkins is only like 2 or 3 goals behind Jeremy Cameron.
I know you are, Daniel. I know you are. He's been hooking the ball left. Why did you say it went right? It went left. Every single kick has gone left.
Yeah, the whole lot.
You both
BT
idiots.
in total contradiction. I don't really know what to make of this game. I mean, the Eagles are just dominating. They should be further in front. It's just a really weird game.
Joe's still with 7 tackles, so he hasn't added to that.
How dare he only have
And
7
there's what,
tackles
6?
with 6 minutes left in the second term? Oh, that's a great grab. That is a fantastic mark. It's not a great.
Oh, he
that was
almost,
actually well done. It was
he
well
almost
done,
brought
Mummy.
that down.
And they get it back.
Yeah.
6 straight goals
Yep.
to 6-11.
How
Wow.
have they kicked 6 straight goals?
Wow. To be fair, all of their
6-11.
goals,
To
like
6-11.
all of their goals have come quite close. Like they've got over the top a couple of times,
Which is not a good thing for West Coast.
No, it's
a
not.
bad sign
No.
for West
Yeah,
Coast.
yeah, it's something you've got to
I
put a
can't
stop
believe
to.
McGovern almost brought that down though.
Oh, he did well to. I mean, even get that
He was
second
out of that.
hand in there.
He was out of that
Yeah.
contest.
Yeah, no, very well done.
Why not well done enough? Witchcraft, that is how.
That was a cracking mark. That's really good mark.
Eyes on the footy, moved the ball quickly, got it to a one-on-one, and they get the goal. And one thing they have been this quarter, the Bombers, and that's efficient when they've gone forward.
Well, 2 entries inside 50, 2 goals, Begley. And Essendon
Yeah, but 2 entries inside 50 is not a good stat.
Yeah, no, that's like you can-
Efficiency, yep, great stat. The
that's
stat
a
itself, though, not
terrible
so much.
bounce for Gaff there.
Yeah.
And Merritt, and here maybe
You
a
knew
bit
it
of
was gonna
momentum.
Bounce like that, though. No, that's an easy spoil. It's a good tackle.
Yeah, that was.
Pressure's on.
Oh, that was well done.
Bombers are clearing it. That's good.
You got a one-on-one.
He had to wait for the bounce. He had to wait for the bounce.
Yeah.
That's a shocking kick. It's worked
Apple
out
will
all
be
right, though.
really hoping to keep this in play. Yeah, did well.
somehow he conjured up the kick back inside 50. McKernan got rid of it.
Oh,
Fine shield.
No.
and there's their first behind.
Good.
Damn
Here
it,
comes from
Dylan.
Shield. Yes.
Just willing his team on.
You had to ruin the streak, didn't you, Dylan? Okay, all right. 10 points though. I mean, like, you tell any Essendon fan they could be within 10 points. They're pretty happy.
I don't want to hear it. It's a good kick.
It is, they've worked it out well here. They're away.
Go.
Who loves to take off. He's had a couple of bounces. He's got Redden in support.
And they've-
Lots of
they've
space.
Got, they've got a
so
bunch of
much
overlap.
space.
Yeah.
He goes quickly. Ryan in the pocket.
Oh, Zaharakis did well.
Oh, he's done well to...
It's dropping the ball.
Yeah, it's a throw.
Yeah.
It's not holding the ball, it's a throw.
Yeah, it's illegal.
If you're going to
disposal.
call it right. You can't be holding the ball if you didn't have a chance to dispose of it. To be fair, he never actually controlled it.
Yeah.
So it's a throw.
That is
Wow.
That is abysmal.
You
This-
can
this is
see Oscar Allen coming in to cut it off before he's even kicked it.
This has to be a West Coast goal because it deserves for Essendon to be punished for that because that is absolutely awful.
You could see it.
I don't know why they're so intent on going backwards when West Coast have set up so well before. Like, why?
That is a
You've got to try
shocking
and push through that.
mistake. Punish him. No.
Nah, he took it.
Or has he? Yes, he has. Snapped it far too early.
OMG, this footy by Essendon. Andrew, man, this is painful to watch. Like, this is... I don't know how they're within 11 points.
Great
This is
spoil.
disgusting.
Here we go, here we go.
And again, and again.
Oh, Ryan, what are you doing?
God.
Why would you bounce it?
Cameron's missed. What even is this game? What even is this? What a great smother. Amazing smother by Petruccelli.
Why would you bounce it after taking 2 steps?
Jared Cameron, the Aquinas College Borders BT have
Um,
cancelled study tonight to watch Jared Cameron, an Aquinas old boy.
I nearly did it again.
Really well. 3-9.
Oh, Falcon. Good Falcon.
You gotta love it. Do you know who I haven't seen this game? Darling.
No, he's been really quiet. I mean, did he kick that goal the first time?
I don't think he's cooked.
Maybe.
I don't even think he's touched the ball.
Yeah.
That's. Oh,
Now Liam.
what a
bad
bounce!
Bad bounce. How do West
Gets it
Coast have
forward.
so many numbers at the footy all
Wow.
the time?
Here we go.
It's a goal.
Easy goal. Easy goal. That's
So Sheed's
they-
having a good night.
They worked that out all right. They worked that out pretty well.
What's he got? Two goals, 15 disposals. Wow.
There's another level of trash from both sides. To be fair, West Coast is playing very well. They just can't kick straight.
They're playing very smart footy.
They're playing very well.
Yeah.
They're just not getting rewarded.
Yeah, I know. Essendon are not playing very well. This is and are getting rewarded.
Essendon are playing really poor footy.
It's bad from the Dons.
So I wouldn't even say they are being rewarded. It seems like they're being rewarded because West Coast are keeping them in it so much. But if this was being played and West Coast is actually scoring, and you actually look at Essendon's score, they've kicked less than 40 points almost a half time.
Yeah.
They're not being rewarded. It's just West Coast are keeping them in.
A lot of Essendon's problem is they just have no pace. They are slow, man. Their whole team looks slow.
We're just saying something because Sheeter's a slow player and he broke away from his opponent.
No, they need to get him involved. Adam Saad needs to be involved.
He hasn't, has he?
That was bad. The other option was on right in front of you. And
it's gonna pull up. It's gonna pull up.
It's actually well done by Saad.
I thought that would. It's alright.
Yeah,
That's sneaky.
Okay, yeah. Nutmeg.
That's very sneaky.
We've got another report.
He's punched him in the gut.
Bozo, I believe, was
he has to have punched him in the gut then.
Did Redmond just call Luke Shuey a bozo? I like that.
That's the only thing I can think of. And if that's the case, you're an idiot because you know you're going to get fined or suspended for that.
Yeah, and just, you know.
Nah. That's missed everything.
Wow. Okay,
yes, he got reported.
This.
Just a little bit of a dabble to the guts there. He dragged the heels and then just a little heel flick.
I can't really see it.
He stepped over him and then he kicked him with the back of his foot.
That's a bit dirty.
So I think he gets suspended for that.
High chance.
Well, Stud's up and he's kicked him. You don't kick players who are down.
Yeah.
That's a. Petrocelli keeps it in. Not keeping it in.
Still got 55 points on the board with the amount of misses they've had. Still tracking for a big score. I'm a little conflicted watching this. Part of me wants Essendon to win so Fremantle has a chance to jump West Coast on the ladder. But then also, part of me thinks if Fremantle's to drop a game, then I would like Essendon to also be dropping games so they can't, boost out of the eight.
Who do Freo play this week?
Melbourne.
Yo's going to come
Melbourne
on.
at the MCG. Oh.
No.
Which I've got a bone to pick with that. Fremantle are paying, they're underdogs to beat Melbourne at the MCG. Melbourne's lost 4 games in a row.
Yeah, it's going off of that. That comes off of punters putting bets down.
Yeah,
punters are only putting bets down based on last year's form, not this year's. So that's why.
Well, yeah.
Justin, how are you feeling after beating Port?
Pretty good, man. I was pretty happy with that win. I mean, I just tuned in and watched the Sonny Walters show is basically what I did, Joel. Which was
what did he get? 25
amazing.
and 5 or something?
25 and 6.
Yeah. That's a good grab.
Yeah. No, very good, mate. Sort of Fremantle's run home is quite easy too, Joel. So yeah, looking forward to see how far they could push. In their last 10 games, they've versed the bottom 8 teams.
They're getting a bit of control here.
Yeah, Essendon is sort of.
They're getting a bit of play here.
This is smoother than I've seen.
That's as much better build up.
Everyone loves beating Port. That's a pretty good.
Of course you do, Joel.
I do like how Kane Corns had a big sook about it. That was pretty fun.
Kane Corns has a sook about everything. That's a push out. Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be.
Freo playing Geelong. Not this week.
Yeah, in that run home they do though.
Yes.
They've got 2 top 8 sides in their last 10 games, and it's West Coast and Geelong.
Shut up, Basil.
Oh, it could be a goal more. That was a absolutely weak contest from Essendon.
To go on.
Look at this run in waves. There's an option there.
Easy grab. And Kennedy will kick this one. He's good from this pocket. 3 weeks till the showdown. My body is ready. I think it's... What's the date today? The 20th? I think it's 3 weeks, maybe 2 weeks until the Derby.
I think it's 3. I think Fremantle's got 3 games, including the one this weekend.
It would
and then
be.
the Derby. Yeah.
Because I know West Coast are... It's Freo's home game.
Yeah.
But West Coast have a home game after that because they play 2 at
Makes
Foster's in a row.
Remarkable difference having the home game in the Derby, I think. For 2 teams that are based in the... Yeah, that's bad. It's not a good end of the half.
1 and 5.
7 and 14. Okay. I've just got a message from an Eagles mate who said the game would be over if our spastics can kick straight. I'm like, well, yeah, it'd be on ice.
You're not wrong.
It'd be on ice.
Same. You go into the game. Oh, so okay. Gamer and Joel are having a conversation by themselves. That's all right. There will be a few behavioural officers at the Derby. Why? It's interesting because it is Freo's home.
Yeah, and
this time.
Well, Freo fans are going to be riled up. I mean,
I'm not sure. Are they?
I don't think they will.
Has enough time passed, considering the first Derby's already been played?
Well, the Vardy thing during the week sort of sparked things again.
Yeah.
And like, as much as I'd like to say fans are going to be mature about things and just let it go, I think, from the circles of, even just groups that you might be in on Facebook and things like that, from the ones that I'm in with Freo fans and stuff like that, I think they're waiting to have a home game for it, because they haven't had one since it all happened, a home derby. So I think they'll be fairly vocal. But other than some booing, I don't know. Like, how bad can it get? Hopefully not too bad. Hopefully the behavioural officers are not needed.
There was someone said during the week that Freo were a better team than West Coast this
Jonathan
year.
Brown.
Yeah, that's right.
Sensationalist.
Yeah, what do you think of that call?
The brand of footy they've played in the last 3 weeks stands up against a lot of teams. But the 3 weeks before that, they were god-awful. So I make nothing of that call. I
wait till the end of the year?
Well, the Eagles have owned Fremantle for so long that it's kind of like... I'm not ready to say... Like, if Fremantle wins the Derby and goes... And that was to send them ahead of the Eagles on the ladder, then I will sit back and go, you know what, we're playing better footy than them. We are. But tonight, they've played really good footy. I mean, I don't know. I think it's a sensationalist call. He's a prisoner of the moment. Sonny Walters put on a show and Fremantle got over the line. The thing that works really well for Freo is they're the best last quarter team in the competition.
Right now they are, yeah.
They've won 9 or 10, I think, of their last quarters
which is surprising. Basically what they're doing...
Well, they were 17th in that stat last year.
Scoring well in the first quarter. They're stemming the flow in the second and third.
Yeah.
And then they're coming back home out again in the fourth. And they did that in their 3 shocking games before that. Right?
Yeah.
They were competitive in the first. They completely stopped the second and third quarter, basically for both teams, and then they tried to win it in the last.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a trend for them.
It's encouraging to see, but I'm not ready to label them better than West Coast.
Not yet.
Nah. Particularly when if they hadn't struggled so mightily against West Coast in the past 3 years, then I'd be like, okay, maybe I'd be open to that call, but they've gone particularly against that team.
Is it 7 down now?
Yeah, the last one of 2015, both in 2016, both in 2017, both in 2018, one now, so it's 8. I think West Coast have won the last 8.
Right.
Yeah.
Next win equals the record then.
For consecutive derby wins?
I think so.
Potentially. I don't know what the record would be. I think West Coast won like the first 10.
Maybe, but I know that Freo had 9 before West Coast on its current
when
run.
Freo got on that run when they were an actually decent team. They were on a big run of wins then. It'd be interesting.
If it ends up like the last two, I'm going to have a heart attack. Yeah, the last 2 years for the showdowns have been
Epic.
Yeah, one in the last few minutes.
Adelaide's on a bit of a win streak for them now, aren't they?
Yeah, surprisingly,
4?
they're not. They
Like
haven't
3
been
or
winning.
4?
They haven't been
last
winning. I mean, the game against Richmond, they won
Yeah.
fairly convincingly.
Oh, sorry, no, I meant showdowns. Are they on a bit of a showdown streak, are they? I think.
No. They were on 5, and then Port won one last year.
Okay, alright. Okay.
So I think they're on 1 or 2 at the moment.
Okay. It's always really
had
good.
that-
I mean, it's the peak rivalry.
You had
right?
that knob Ken Hinkley in the box going 1-0.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Idiot.
Yeah. Old Ken. Well, he got his on the weekend. Go Walters.
Yeah, so they're 2. They've got the last 2.
Right, okay.
And, well, it's hard to say because I think Adelaide are starting to play better footy, but at the same time, I think Port are starting to play some better footy as well. And they've had a lot of injuries this year.
Yeah.
And they're clearly getting some players back. Charlie Dixon coming back in this week.
Changes a lot.
Huge,
Changes so much.
Huge in for them.
What were Port's actual changes? That's what I was looking at before.
I would say that Charlie Dixon is probably their most important player to their structures.
Oh, 100% agree with you on that. 100%. The ruck duo of Lysette and Ryder is important,
The problem with
but not overly great. Like, I don't think either of them are dominant ruckmen, you know?
No, Lysette's not really a first ruckman.
Yeah.
And Ryder plays his best footy as a first ruckman, but I wouldn't say he's a first ruckman anymore.
Nah, not at all. Like,
his body
he
is
likes
too
to be
fragile.
forward more. Bringing Dixon in...
He's not been a great forward, though.
No, he hasn't. I mean, I thought he was going to be on fire last week when he kicked 2 in the first quarter against Freo, but Freo managed to peg him back a little bit, and Sean Darcy came home and embarrassed them both in the final quarter. Which was
A surprised inclusion, and he ends up dominating that game.
amazing to see. Yeah. I mean, like, him and Griffin Logue sort of put Fremantle fans at rest a little bit with their performances, because the question was, hey, no Lobb, no Pearce, what do we do? And those two really stepped up to fill the role, which was, fantastic.
Well, the thing is as well, how long can Freo keep playing this well? I mean, they're winning games basically on the back of Michael Walters' dominance right now.
Yeah, he killed.
So once he starts to slide, which will happen at some stage,
someone else has got to stand up.
Fremantle keep winning.
They just need someone else to snap. But at the same time, they're also getting good performances from Hill. Brad Hill's been on fire. Luke Ryan down back. And then obviously Fife has been Fife. Michael Walters' dominance drops off and Freo drop off, I think, is the main... Like, he's the barometer guy. It's going to be interesting. I don't know if there's a matchup in the AFL that can curb him. I think if he falls off, it will just be his own momentum slowing down. I don't think there's a defender in the AFL that I look at and I can go, like, you can stop Michael Walters right now.
I mean, this would be biased of me. I think Shepherd could.
I think he'd have a shot. Yeah,
but I think he'd probably be one of the only ones.
But I also think stopping Walters right now, for a backman to say, hey, I did well on Michael Walters in the form he's in right now, you might have kept Walters to 20 touches, 1 goal. Something like that.
But you got to remember that 20 touches doesn't come from a defender. That's his midfield playing
of course.
As well.
Yeah.
So as a defender, if you keep him relatively
Which
scoreless,
I think is kind of smart from Ross Lang, because it makes him hard to defend, because it's just like, he's getting a bit... he's struggling a bit in the forward. Throw him in the middle and just let him run free for a few minutes or something.
It's not even just him struggling, but his use of the ball in the middle is elite.
It's been elite.
So you actually want him in and around the ball anyway.
Absolutely, yeah.
Walters for Brownlow and Coleman. Don't at me. You're an idiot, Joel. How's Jenkins going for Coleman, man? Have you boys been to a game interstate? No. I've only actually been to 2 AFL games. I've been to a couple of pre-season games, not interstate, but I've been to a few pre-season games. I've only actually been to 3 AFL games.
I've been to Melbourne a few times. I've never watched a game anywhere. I'd love to go to a game in Adelaide.
I'd love to go to the grand final.
I think it would be amazing.
I would have gone to the grand final last year if I had a spare 10k laying around.
Yeah, it would have been amazing, right? But I've been to... the last time I went interstate for a trip, I went and watched... It was funny, I got the 2 most polarising games anyone could have got. I went to Collingwood and Fremantle, right? This is 2016. Fremantle's slide is well and truly started. So I went to Collingwood Fremantle at the MCG on a Friday night. It is the coldest game on record for some time. It was freezing, and we're up the top, the wind's swirling. The crowd, with the weather and the fact that it's a Freo game, was the lowest since 1945, which obviously is World War II.
Yes.
And then Fremantle got pumped by 10 goals. So that was my Friday night experience. On the Saturday night, I go to St Kilda and Geelong at Marvel. Eddie had at the time. And I think it was like Billings or Noons or someone kicked this amazing snap goal to win the game with like 5 seconds left.
Yeah, so the most polarising game.
Amazing game, you know, and I've got the roof on and I'm warm and there's a crowd in the house. And
That's even worse because your team happened to be the team on the shellacking.
Exactly. I think I left at 3/4 time because I was like, it's too cold, we're getting pumped, and I'm sick of watching Hayden Crozier drop marks, so I'm getting out of here. Thank God the Bulldogs took him.
Well, Joel, serves you right. So how do you see the game turning out in the second half?
I'm very interested to see if Essendon can get their shit together effectively.
Right.
I'm very keen to see if that
Do you
can
think
happen.
they can?
No.
It's all well and good
No.
saying it'd be interesting. Well, of course it'd be interesting if they were. But
of course.
can
Yeah,
they?
it's an easy call. No, I don't. Not the way West Coast was playing then. West Coast just zoned off completely.
So-
Were very smart with what they did. I don't know. Like, what do you think?
The next question would be then, can West Coast keep playing like that?
Yeah, I think they can.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it takes much energy to play like that. I think it takes brains, and that's what they had. Like, I think they just set up well. And yeah, they brought the pressure, which does take energy. But that kind of just was a byproduct of their setup.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think I'll stick with that. How do you see it playing out? Do you think Essendon can actually get together and muster something? They seem to do it close to the end there. I don't know.
Oh, they did it for maybe the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Not even 5 minutes. I reckon that they did it for the last 3 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
That tells me.
same
And
time-
to be fair, even in the first quarter, they probably weren't that organised.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they can.
Nah, I think if anything, it could get worse. But at the same time, having said that,
I
West
think
Coast
in the
played
second
superb
half,
football.
I think in the second half, West Coast goes in,
Yeah.
they readjust, they just recenter, and they actually start kicking straight.
Yeah.
And if they start kicking straight,
Yeah, the game's over.
this is going to be a very ugly scoreline.
Yeah, having said that, West Coast played immaculate footy outside of their kicks at goal in that first half or in that second quarter. I don't know if they can keep doing that.
Yeah, Docker fan, West Coast are playing very well. They're playing
Yeah.
They're playing how they were against the Dogs.
Yeah.
Like they had a bad game against Sydney. And
Yes,
they've been like a top 4 team, and when the top 4 team loses, they bounce back.
Yeah,
And this seems to be that game so far. So far.
Things can change, who knows, but I also don't hold much belief that Essendon is the team that can turn things around at a half. I don't think they've got the personnel to just go, oh, hey, we're going to try this. I think they've got one game plan, and making adjustments would be hard for the Essendon players.
Well, we haven't seen Sard or McKenna come off the back at all.
That needs to happen.
I haven't
That
seen
needs to happen.
Sard laid that one tackle in the forward line, and then his teammate gave away a free kick. That's the only time I've seen Sard
And what
in the whole game.
What West Coast forward is actually
Interested
nullifying
to look at some
Sard's,
stats here. So let's go right down to the bottom. Fantasia's
one
had
touch. That's not enough.
Wow.
He has been killed.
Marston's come in and he's only had 2 touches.
Is
That
Shepherd
is
on Fantasia?
shocking.
Shepherd must be on Fantasia.
I would say so,
Surely.
yeah.
He is killing him.
So Clark, who has come in as a tagger this
Yeah.
year, is not tagging a player,
Yeah.
and he's suffering.
And he's not winning
for
his
it.
own footy.
because he's been winning his own footy
Yeah.
on the back of tagging players.
But it's players that take him to the footy, and he needs to just
right.
run with someone like that.
Darling's not
Darling
as good.
4 touches.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So
Where's hitouts? Hickey's had 15 hitouts.
oh, look at that! We've got a new Discord. Going
Bones!
welcome, Bones, to the
I know
Discord
who
if you're
Bones
watching.
is. Bones, if you're actually watching, then welcome, Bonesy. How are the kids? The kids are very well, Docker. Thank you very much for asking. They are going splendidly fantastic. Sard, 5 touches.
5 touches, not enough.
5 kicks.
So
that surprises me. All 5 touches have been kicks. Jared Cameron, 42 fantasy points. I'm happy with that. He's 192k.
He's been fine.
I'm happy with
Did you put him in? I really wanted to put him in, and then I just kind of dodged on him.
I brought him in because I was going to put him on my bench.
Right, okay.
But I needed players. I needed cheap players. He is the cheapest playing forward this round.
Yeah.
And so I just went, I'll chuck him on because I've only got 17 players playing.
Sure.
So I needed all the players that I could get.
Yeah.
Hey, kiddo.
Hey, Zach.
Speaking of my kids.
Yeah.
Who have you?
Yeah, can you get through there, mate?
Go back. Go around the back. Come here. Oh. No kiss? Good night, buddy.
Wait, is the camera?
The camera's there, and we can see it here because we're watching the chat.
Who have you all tipped this week? Doc Fam, we'll actually probably go through. I think we'll go through the games at the end of the game, like we did last week. And we'll run you through our tips then. A few interesting games, none that are overly. I don't see any upsets really taking place. Maybe the Sydney Hawthorn. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
See you, Zach.
Hi, Zach. Hi, little guy. Yeah, he's actually lost his bottom 2 front teeth.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's only 5.5.
Okay. Oh, jeez.
2 bottom front teeth are gone. He's the first one he lost a couple of weeks ago. That's actually coming through really well. I'm talking about my kids now. And the second one only fell. He was eating an apple the other day.
Oh, that ought to do it.
It wasn't even wobbly.
I think I ate.
It wasn't even wobbly. It just came out.
We'll run you through our tips later on.
Yeah, we'll go through the tips after the game.
We'll
We'll have a very quick chat about the game itself and how we went and how we viewed the game and everything. And then we will go through and do the rest of the tips for the rest of the week.
Yes, we will. Any particular individual that you're hoping to see more of in the second half from West Coast?
That's a good question, actually. Well, we see Yo. He's only got 9 touches, but he was on 7 tackles. If he gets more of the ball, as we saw, he'd exploded through the centre.
Yeah.
Near the end there, he had the shot. He had the last shot on goal. For some reason, he went with it all. If Yo starts to get more of the ball, West Coast completely blow the game open.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. That gets really, really dangerous for Essendon if they allow him more.
Maybe Clark is playing a loose tag on Yo because he's only got 9 touches.
Potentially. I haven't noticed that.
Who else is there? Shuey's only 11 touches. I'd like to see a bit more.
I would think Jack Darling needs to just get more of it.
He's only got 4 touches.
Yeah,
he's not been set. And to be fair, I will say he has been launching at the ball.
Yeah,
and he has had his hands to the ball. He just hadn't been able to.
And they've targeted Kennedy a lot inside 50, so hard for him to sort of.
Which is kind of hard not to, considering the space that Kennedy's been able to find.
It has been the right decision from West Coast to do that, but it also makes it hard for Darling to sort of get involved when you want to give Kennedy space. I'm just wondering,
because Kennedy's missing shots, do you now swap their positions?
Nah, I think you just let Kennedy ride it out. If he's getting that many shots, that's dangerous.
Because he's had 6 shots for 1 return.
I think you just keep it as it is and let
West
Kennedy
Coast, Sydney,
continue
Freo, Brisbane, St Kilda, Geelong, and Bulldogs. Is that
the tips?
Oh, that's your tips, Andrew. Yeah. All right. Let us remind us at the end when we go through ours.
That Sydney Hawthorn game is the one I'm most interested in, so we'll run you through
that.
It's
played at the SCG, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is.
At the MCG?
No, it's a Sydney home game. Yeah.
Which would be interesting because Sydney are playing better. I would.
Sydney are playing better. Hawthorn have slipped a bit. Yeah,
a bit. Guys, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. We got a Who the hell dislikes this?
Oh man, God bless their souls. God help them.
All right, we're about to start back up again.
If there's anything you guys have got predictions for the second half, anyone that might kick a bag of goals or get some touches or whatever you think is going to happen in the second half, let us know your predictions. How's this game going to pan out? Is Essendon going to be able to get back into the swing of things? They were kind of around the mark in the first quarter and then dropped off significantly. Can they refine that?
Do you know, I would love to go to Optus Stadium to see this light show in halftime and stuff.
I went to a night game this year, and it's amazing. I went to the Freo Bulldogs game, and it's really good to watch. Yeah. Although I went, like, that was kind of like late arvo, so I didn't see the lights as you enter, which was a bummer. So that's Hutchings on Saab, I think.
That's interesting.
Ooh.
Mind you, Hutchings can play in the forward line, so I don't mind that. It's a bad hand pass.
It's a bad handball from
Zaharakis under pressure.
They're going to work it out, but that was
stopped the
terrible.
flow.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
Weak by Brown. Got to make more of a contest. I know it's McGovern.
It's what he does.
Yeah. Andrew's prediction is Mitch Brown 4 second half goals and slots the sealer. Oh, it came off your knee. Okay, at least he addressed it.
I did see the knee, and I'm like, what's he going to say here?
Good umpiring. Interesting. Yeah, well addressed. Yeah.
I'll get ugly, and West Coast will flog the Bombers. Yeah. Why would you say 2 points, Docker fan? What's wrong with you?
Why would you tip a West Coast win? You're a Docker. That was a grab. I thought that was a grab. McKernan's had a bit of a bad night, considering just not much has gone his way. That's a bad handball.
That's shocking.
Get it to your boot. Just have a ping at it at that point. Like, I think
that's good.
Well justified to do that.
Unlucky, but it bowled him anyway.
More unlucky.
Here we go, and they're out.
Again, it stays low. West Coast just get out.
Get over the top. Push forward and get over the top.
Yeah, well done.
That's worked.
Well done.
Yeah, he doesn't know where to go.
Yeah,
the defender, and he's come back.
Use the two.
Easy. Wow, they've worked that so well. You compare that to the way that Essendon used the ball inside, right? The errors were Heppel gives the ball to someone under pressure, who then tries to move the ball forward, and the West Coast defender cuts it off.
That was a terrible hand pass from Merritt when he should have just had a ping. He should have just had a kick, and at least you would have been able to reset if West Coast got the ball back. But instead, absolutely.
And West Coast all the way down through the use of only 3 players, spaced out enough. Yeah. And he's back on target.
He's got that.
There you go.
Oh. Okay, nah. Not a very good start for Essendon at all.
No, it continues their woes of horrible ball use.
They haven't addressed anything.
Their ball use. I would actually be interested to see what their disposal efficiency has been.
I'll try and look that up
after the game, because it has been shocking. At least by hands, it's been shocking.
All right. NFL Live. Where are we? Because they have been shocking. Yeah, by hand. Because by hand is how they should want to work this problem out.
I've never seen
by hand
a game.
Is like, okay, we're struggling to go down the line with kicks because we're getting cut off. Let's work it out with our hands. But their hands are terrible.
Never really thought he sort of caught him there. Could have got close, put some pressure on. Never did. There's Allen. Another one that ran past him.
No, I'm having some problems with my AFL Live app. I think.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But either way, I'm with you. I think it would be dismal disposal efficiency.
Brisbane are dreadful at Marvel. You're not wrong. They're dreadful in Melbourne. I ran a stat actually since 2004. Out of something like 89 attempts, Brisbane have only won like 13 times since 2004.
Ooh, that's disgusting.
So that's that's not a
that's
not
gross.
A great look. Kennedy's with another grab.
He's going to end up with a bag.
Oh, if only he could have kicked straight.
I know, because he would have had a, he would have had we're talking.
This is his 8th shot on goal.
Yeah, we're talking double-digit potential easily if he had have kicked straight. Yeah, I feel for Essendon's defence a bit here. Like, I mean, what are you supposed to do when your midfield's just caving in on itself like this?
Still, if you know that your midfield is not working to that extent, they should be playing man on man and not zoning in the defence anymore.
Yeah.
And this is a coaching thing. If the players are not, and that's another goal.
He's in rhythm now.
What did I tell you?
He's in rhythm now.
They'd go in, they'd reset in the half, and they'd come out and start kicking goals. And this is going to be ugly.
Yeah. I think they would have just...
This is a bad coaching move because...
Yeah.
it's very, very clear that Essendon players are off the mark. So instead of playing the game tactic zone, they should be playing one-on-one footy.
Yeah, just play beat your man football.
Yep.
Yeah. And I think West Coast message at the half would have literally just been, just keep doing what we're doing and finish. Just finish and we'll end them.
I'm not answering any of these questions because we're going to talk about it at the end.
Don't ruin our segment, guys.
See, look. Hurley's switched on, right? Kennedy sneaks out the back, pushes him off.
Yeah.
It's too weak.
Yeah, he connected at the wrong time, Hurley. Like, in fact, I wouldn't even worry about connecting. Just go at the football.
It was bad defensive play.
He's really preoccupied with Kennedy at the moment instead of actually just going at the footy.
Unlucky bounce. It's a shocking bounce.
So every single touch Kennedy's had has been a shot on goal.
Yeah, wow, okay.
Okay, that was good. Now trying to work
control the ball. Yeah. Don't kick it backwards, because every single time you've kicked it backwards, it's worked out poorly.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you've actually got the switch on this time. I'll give you the credit.
But you've got to find some sort of option.
You've now locked down the switch. Yeah. You've got nothing free, so you're going to have to either go with it. You're in the centre, so use the corridor.
Immaculate by West Coast to shut this down every time. Every time.
It's a shock and bounce for Heppel, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was. Okay, you can hunt the footy. That's not bad.
That's a throw. Yeah, that's unlucky. That is unlucky.
Really super unlucky.
That was good defence. Hey, Onzi, how you going, man? Welcome. Narrate them, just don't think they can play 4 quarters. Like the Dogs? Yeah, fair enough. Over the top. There we go.
And they're away again.
Here we go for Yo.
It's like a mirror image. Every play's a mirror image.
Someone open up some space for me.
Okay, so
he's gone home. He's gone home.
And that is, again, terrible defense. Hurley's having a bad night.
He's having a shocking night. This is the worst I've ever seen him play.
Like, he's not going at football at all. He's all worried about his man the whole time.
To be fair, I think he's had no support, though.
No.
He's had no support.
No one's made it easier on him, you know. Two of the things we talked about at halftime, Darling getting involved, Kennedy kicking straight, both have happened within 5 minutes.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. Still, I would have liked Darling to leave that.
Yeah.
Because that was a goal.
Would have been
but in saying that, when you're going back with the flight of the ball, you don't exactly know where you are in terms of goals and stuff. Unless you're aware of your peripheral vision where the lines are on the ground. Yeah.
And if you begin to shepherd it through the goals, I mean...
Stringer was injured. He had a lower leg injury.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, and they miss him clearly. Like, not that he would have made a difference to what is becoming a bloodbath.
He doesn't make a difference. But their midfield is completely fallen apart.
Yeah.
Stringer doesn't play midfield. He rarely plays midfield. Point, this is not a forward line issue.
I feel like at least Stringer might have made more of a contest on these McGovern cutoffs or something like that, you know? It could have been more of a presence because McKernan has not been a presence at all. And Mitch Brown, I don't even know if Mitch Brown's out there.
Yeah, see, I don't even think that's a point of discussion. Like, when the Bombers have won the ball, they've just immediately looked to go backwards, and West Coast have set up for the backwards kick.
I don't understand why they continue doing it.
It's good pressure by Nelson.
Yeah. And this one-on-one... See, West Coast are playing almost one-on-one footy. Like, I know they're zoning off perfectly when Essendon's coming out of defence, but when Essendon win the ball and go forward, it's all one-on-one. West Coast are just winning it. Why not do that yourselves, Essendon?
Who is the blonde-haired bloke with the sore thumb? He's got broken ribs.
I'd like to check, what was West Coast percentage heading into this round?
103.
103, okay. So they're going to get quite a healthy boost, considering Fremantle... snapping at their heels has 110.
Well, they're exactly double the score right now.
Yeah. And it's going to get worse before it gets better for Essendon by the look of it.
Wow, Sard. God. Got away with it.
Okay.
That's all right. No,
someone's got to do something.
That's good.
Begley's been good. I will commend Begley on his performance.
It is Guelphy, Andrew. Yeah.
No fly. McKernan worked under.
I will
it by
say,
Schofield.
McGovern has misread a lot of the balls coming through.
Yeah. That's
Is that on the line?
Yeah,
No, it's on the full.
You've got to go as deep as possible here and just try to put them under pressure and, and lock it in.
They're not good at controlling the ball here.
It's all good news because this is the most experienced lineup of the year. Tonight, the
West Coast.
They're too
And
worried about McGovern.
That is the worst thing you can do is give away a free kick in that situation and just return possession without even fighting for
because
it.
McGovern has been dominant, like without necessarily taking a lot of grabs.
Yeah.
He's been a very big presence. And oh wow,
okay,
that's a bad drop.
It's the first time in a while I've seen a bounce go Essendon's way, and Cameron is going to put enough pressure on to make them earn that. Well done.
Yeah, he shouldn't have dropped that though, because they were out.
Well, of course, shit. To make a contest, you can't just wait around for the ball at the back.
That's a shocking kick, but it's going to work. That's a good grab on hot hands. That's a good grab as well.
Oh, it is a good grab.
West Coast made that more difficult than it needed to be.
Wow.
Darling slipped over a few times, actually.
Yeah.
He's recovered
there he goes.
very well there.
Okay, he might get the footy again now.
Shuey just breaks through the middle. That's unlucky.
Yeah, it just fell short.
That's unlucky.
Yeah. Threading a needle on that one.
And to be fair, if I was to give any player in the competition to thread a needle, it would be Shuey.
Yeah, he's very good.
I think he's got the best field kick in traffic.
Yeah, he'd definitely be up there. Oh, Shepard's destroying them.
I was gutted when he did his hammy last year.
How are we going with possessions here? Merritt's got 22, Gaff 21, and Heppel 21.
Yeah, but of the 6, there's only 2 Bombers.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. Then you drop down to Sheed, Red, and Shuey. Okay.
Yeah, he's getting in it now. He's had 6 this term.
Yeah, so big term from him so far. Wow. Hooker's had a decent game. I haven't hated his game.
Well, that's all right. That's all right.
There's just no pressure. There's just no pressure.
Shuey in traffic is probably one of the best players in the competition. Petricelli's gone for goal.
And Ryan's going to... There's no pressure at all from Essendon. They're not putting any on. This is
not 15 play on.
Okay. And then to this. It's going to work out fine.
And this is what I mean. Hearn comes back into the team, and all of a sudden,
solidified everything.
Everything is structured.
Yeah. The similarities between the way he plays, or maybe not necessarily the way he plays, but the way he leads to Darren Glass, it was like just you're passing the bat. It was amazing.
Oh, there's a name that I miss hearing.
Oh, God. Even I liked watching Darren Glass play. Jeez. The battles that he had with Freeman are actually awesome to watch. It'd be like Glass v Pav all the time or something like that.
Wow.
That's just a terrible
And Petricelli. And no pressure. No pressure. Shocking kick. Essendon are completely falling apart. They need to stop with the short kicks, and they need to completely get. They need to go long kick football.
Will Worsfold get sacked? Joel asks.
This really pains me because Worsfold is Worsfold, but the game's past him.
Yeah, I think so, and I think Essendon.
I think he was a good. I think Essendon needed to bring Worsfold in.
He was good for them at a time when they needed him. Yeah.
After the debacle of the bands and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's time to move him on now.
It is time to move on and find a coach that will take you.
Tell you what, I'm gutted at saying that.
Yeah,
even
I don't like saying it because I respect the work he's put into a club that was really struggling to get them back on their feet. But yeah, like he was the coach to handle you through that situation, and then you get a new one to take you into the future, and it's time for the new one. Who that is, I have no idea. Maybe Brad Scott wants a gig.
Yeah, it could be. Do you think Bolton gets another go?
Maybe as an assistant somewhere. I don't know.
Do you think he gets another go as a senior at some stage?
Wouldn't surprise me, I guess.
He's young enough.
Yeah, young enough, and people respect him enough by the looks of it. And I think the AFL world, as we see, I think it was Laverto who had a shot, was it? Clark. I think the footy world is smart enough to know that he was in a terrible situation at Carlton.
You'd hope so.
Bell Chambers nearly plucked it in.
Swear to God he did.
Wow.
If not for the camera angle,
I
I
know,
would
the
have
camera
thought
angle just made it look like...
Yeah. I thought he dragged it in.
Nearly.
He almost did.
Nearly.
That would have been...
That would have been a cracking mark.
I reckon Bolton shouldn't have been fired. Yeah, I agree with you, Andrew.
Yeah, rough stuff for him. I mean, he's just in an untenable situation there.
That's lazy by...
Yeah, that was lazy. That's just chucking a boot at it.
That's also lazy football.
Okay, not bad. All right, goal.
Yeah, the pressure was there. West Coast didn't soak up that pressure as well as they probably should have.
First time I've actually seen, since the first quarter, that's the first time I've seen Essendon go inside 50 and not have West Coast just hot on their heels at all times, you know? And they still weren't completely free of pressure, but...
No, West Coast, I will say West Coast did apply a lot of pressure there. That was probably the first time that I've seen Essendon deal with that pressure.
Yeah, absolutely.
I reckon he was a good coach and was coaching well, was just a tough situation. I will say this, though, and this is against Brendan Bolton. Bolton's game plan was atrocious.
Yeah, it wasn't help. And you can see the results in they're far more competitive under Teague in just 2 weeks. I mean, it's a big turnaround, so maybe not working so well for Bolton.
I definitely think the Carlton board should be gone. Yes, I agree. I would love to see Justin do a segment about the cracking marks.
Okay, all right, done.
Well, I tell you what, we're still in discussions with regards to if Justin's going to be doing weekly videos and what are they going to be and everything. It'll be, we're working through that.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's an idea I'll take into consideration with you there, Joel. I do like a good cracking mark.
Come on, West Coast, kick more goals. You need percentage. Don't get in each other's way now.
They've sort of took the foot off the gas, I guess, in the last 5 minutes, I suppose, since Petrocelli goal, which wasn't that long ago. Oh, so much pressure.
And he just handballed it to a player that was going to be under pressure.
Just destroying Essendon.
But Essendon are putting themselves under pressure. That's the problem. Oh, the bruising. Yeah. I was like, why is this stopped?
I thought someone else was at it. I was like, Ben Stratton's not out there.
No kill like overkill. Look at Yo at the contest. He's by himself.
Yeah, so I mean...
Like, nothing comes of it, but wow, Petrocelli.
Oh, he missed. Wow,
Still,
that was smooth.
This man excites even non-fans of West Coast.
He's a really good, speed. Only needs 10 to 15 touches to really impact the game player. He's really good at that. If he can build himself into being a 20-25 game player, he's going to be very dangerous.
Yes, that's a great spoil.
Oh, that's a good smother.
It's a good smother as well.
Oh, okay, all right. I was waiting for that to be called.
I didn't even see that.
I didn't get a good look at it, but I thought the umpire might look into that.
Surely there'll be no replay? Okay. Unlucky bounce. The bouncing of this ball has been really unpredictable.
Sometimes you make your own luck, though, and I feel like... Okay,
nah,
not a free kick.
I don't think that's a free kick.
But sometimes you make your own luck, and I feel like Essendon just playing as bad as they are, it's just compounding how
But even in the first quarter, we were commenting how the ball refused to bounce out of bounds. This ball has bounced really straight. It bowled Hurley on the goal line. This ball has been bouncing very strangely this game.
Soft. Yeah, I agree, Joel. That was a soft free kick. That was soft.
Yeah, Andrew, I agree. Even if he was on an opposite team. So when you had Collier on Essendon's team, he was a speedy player, and you had someone else who went down with injury a few years before that on Essendon's team. I can never remember his name, but it was really exciting.
Okay, all right.
Or maybe a few years after. Who's on Freo's list now that was at
Collier?
It was Collier, but
Collier's on Freo's
there was a
list
player
now.
before that who played the same role. And it was only like 2 or 3 years before
had real
that.
pace.
Yeah,
okay.
in his first year, he had real pace, and then he was just injured from then on. And he was he was very much the same mould, very fast, line breaking kind of player. Shepherd.
Yeah, it's what Essendon needs. So they're lacking pace in this midfield.
Tate Pears. No, not Tate Pears. I know
I did
Tate,
like Tate
Pears.
Pears.
I went to school and played against Tate Pears. He's not someone I would forget.
Yeah.
When I say a few years, I literally mean like a couple of years, like 2 years before Collier. Whereas Tate Pears was drafted in 2007. So.
Yeah.
That's a brilliant kick for Kennedy, though.
So you've got to take that mark. And can they work it out from here? I mean...
Just banged it out.
This has not worked all
That's
nearly a mark.
Interesting. Allen just comes up with the ball.
And West Coast spread away.
And that's
from
a
the contest,
brilliant
and
kick.
That is a brilliant kick. Yeah, West Coast are just... They know where to be at the right time. Essendon have no clue. So we see Dylan Shield go to the bench with a bit of a problem. Something to keep an eye on. He's hooked that, has he?
Has he got that?
No, to the near side.
Must have been over the post.
11-17. Jeez, this could have been a total bloodbath. It still might be a total bloodbath. There's still a 7-goal difference.
Gives him separation from his defenders.
So strong, and he's really.
I think the amount of misses by West Coast have somewhat made, have somewhat tricked me into thinking Essendon has a chance at putting something together, but they have looked super bad.
That's a great ball. Petrocelli. What's really impressive is even though the game margin is the way that it is, West Coast are still putting
They're
on
still
a huge amount of
there,
pressure.
yeah.
It's a good sign for their form coming off the bye.
There's an option here. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it is, actually. That's a good point. Didn't think about them coming off the bye like that. Dempsey, you're talking about?
No, not Dempsey. He was literally in his, it may have been 2013 was his first year.
Yeah.
And he had a brilliant first year, and then he had maybe a foot stress fracture, which hampered his next 2 years, and then he was delisted.
Yeah, okay.
I can't remember his name, though. Essendon looked flat. I said West Coast would win, even when they were behind. Yeah.
Yeah, flat's a good word for it. They don't look like they've done too much.
It's easy body work by McGovern.
McGovern's just looked at Brown all night and just gone, good luck.
That's what
I
he
wish
does.
you well.
I'm liking this for a post-bye performance. I am liking it as well, Daniel. Not going to lie.
Yeah, sound. Very sound post-bye
It's
performance.
very organised and structured. It's not too bad, though. It's a contest.
I think... And how have teams... I haven't really kept too much of an eye on this or thought too much about it, but how have teams gone coming off the bye this year?
I don't know. I haven't looked at it.
I don't know.
Traditionally...
I mean, they verse each other when they come off the bye, don't they?
No, not always.
Not always?
No.
Okay. I obviously, thought about it with Fremantle last week and thought, it was still scrappy for 3 quarters and then they pull away. I like that coming off the bye.
That's a bad drop. That's a bad drop. That's...
Oh, it's a bad hand pass.
Throw.
Hey, did I tell you my manager was a host family for the Saints players? And she had Hutchings and Cripps under her care. Apparently they're both good guys. That's very good information, Daniel.
That's all right. They've alleviated some pressure here. To be fair, I think most AFL players are good people.
Yeah.
For a few games from Nick Nat clearly, because they're not sure. They're not going to give Nick Nat 80, 90.
Cripps had issues with diabetes. Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
A case of steady.
Is there a possibility they won't want to play him in the ruck early? Although with their two big forwards, that's going to be difficult, isn't it?
That's the kick
Great
that you
spoil.
want to be dangerous, but it's just not dangerous.
What was that?
And
Bad
then
bounce?
This by... It's like, oh,
Wow,
God,
that's a shocking hand pass.
Oh, this is painful to watch from Essendon. Oh, yuck.
Zaharakis, man. That is...
You're a veteran AFL player. You need to produce something a little better than an absolute clanger of a hand pass.
So if Hickey's in good enough form,
They're talking about bringing a Nick Nat back.
Okay.
So is he?
well, he's not a high possession ruckman, I wouldn't have thought.
The 9 touches today. McGrath.
That's great pressure by Cameron.
Really well done, and then he knocked it out. McGrath got it back. Redmond.
McGrath's been admirable in this game. Not much has gone his way. He hasn't looked great, but he's been admirable with his effort.
You couldn't say any Essendon player has had a good game.
No.
Well, can I rattle on a couple late just to...
My housemates are pretty much my carers. Yeah, that's fair. To be perfectly honest, I've seen the coat rack in the background. McGovern, easy chop off.
We know your duel with Glenn Jankovic was a duel for the ages. Who would you have rather played?
I thought he pulled that in.
I'll say McGovern.
I think Jankovic might have him covered at the moment, Baz, with the 4 best appearances. That's true. He has the potential to be the Glenn Jankovic in 10 years' time, doesn't he?
Yeah, but how many All-Australians did Djakovic get?
He's calling the game just a few.
Good question.
That's a shove out.
How much he did get.
I'm surprised that's a free kick. I swear to God he used his body there, not his hands.
He's becoming not much.
Yeah, not a free kick.
That's
not a free kick.
free kick. That's just good body work.
When you're on, you're on.
She found 26 disposals, a couple of goals as well. Going to go past Andrew Gaff. The most by any West Coast Eagle out there. She'd averaging 28 touches for the season. Should get up around that mark again. Jetta, well done. Ron Footy is
How are we actually going? Well,
I
Sheed's already got 26, so he'll be well above 28 touches there,
Yeah,
Baz.
well, they were just saying that he is just past Gaff on disposals. That's a bad kick.
Well, it was good work by, was it Darling there to get the fist?
Who was that? Hutchings on the left. Oh, that's why. It's just not preferred.
Yeah.
clever little paddle.
Didn't want you not to take possession. Teammates advantage.
Yeah, it's not a bad kick.
Yeah.
The game's kind of petered out a bit in the last 5 minutes.
The Stings
doesn't it?
really, like, Essendon don't look very good at all, and West Coast sort of, I feel, know that. West Coast now are a bit just like,
taking their
alright,
foot off
yeah.
the pedal, yeah.
Like, you know, force them to be flatter. Yeah.
It's a multi-billion-dollar business. They've just built a multi
Okay, the switch kick misses.
state-of-the-art.
Puts pressure on. It's alright. Essendon controlled it.
Still not seeing a free Essendon player just run. I haven't seen that at all.
They've had the overlap here, however, they're under
Another
pressure
bad
again.
bounce.
They're under pressure. This ball does not want to bounce in a predictable manner.
Nope, not at all.
Normally, you can predict. You can genuinely. I mean, they say that the ball is unpredictable because of
Yeah.
its shape, but you play with this ball long enough, you understand more or less what it's going to do.
Yeah, you got a feel for it.
This game,
Tonight.
it just doesn't want to play the game.
Who started the movie, the last captain.
I feel like Bell Chambers needs to have done more. You know, probably try to take advantage of the Hickey matchup.
I'm
Hickey's been
interested
quite
to
good.
see. Okay, so where's Bello? Bello. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's just look at hitouts. Bell Chambers 20 hitouts. Hickey with 19. So
Hickey's
there
done a
is
really
no.
good job.
There is nothing in it.
No, 11 touches for one, 10 for the other. Oh, okay, so
11
speaking of the-
tackles for Yo.
Speaking of the devil, Bell Chambers is going to have a shot. That is ultra impressive from Elliot Yeo with 19 touches. How many touches did he had? Like 6 touches at halftime or something like that.
9 touches at halftime. Yeah.
So he's got what 10 this quarter? 10 touches this quarter.
Yeah.
And 4
Yeah,
tackles.
he's opened it up. Yeah, he's got that.
Yeah, well done. Okay. All right.
Puts
so,
it at 34. I
Yeah.
suppose there's game on.
Yeah, I don't know how we're going to go seeing this from...
I don't think anything's going to happen.
I don't think anything special is going to happen.
34 points in this day and age of footy is nothing.
No, it is not.
But Essendon are also nothing.
But yeah, 49 in a quarter, need 34 to make that up. Good luck to them. What do you guys think is going to happen? Let us know. Because for mine, I think the Eagles are about to cruise to a very easy win in what could prove to be a very boring fourth quarter. Yeah, I don't really see how Essendon can insert themselves in this game. Not much has been happening for them at all. Any predictions? Any players to get last goals? Anything like that? Also, I'd like give me your predictions on how many tackles Elliot Yeo is going to end up on. He's got 11 at 3/4 time. I'd like to know how much he's going to end up on. How much you guys think he's going to end up on? Where is Ryan? You mean Liam Ryan, Docker fan? He kind of floated out of it that quarter, didn't he? Like, he didn't do an overly huge amount in that quarter. So, yeah, interested. We'll go through a few stats here. Leading the possessions, Dom Sheed's got 28, Andrew Gaff 26, Merritt 25, Heppel 25, and then down to Carl Hooker with 22. Carl Hooker's been one of their best. 15 tackles for Yo. Ryan, my co-host, not Liam Ryan. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, I think he's going to get a drink. Because he didn't bring the cooler bag like I did. So yeah, no, he'll be out sorting himself some alcoholic beverages. It's yeah, it's really hoping for more from Thursday Night Footy. I mean, yeah, who plays Friday Night Footy tomorrow night? Is that Sydney and Hawthorn? That should be quite decent, at least. We should get something out of that. So we spoke a little earlier, guys, about people started doing their All-Australian mid-year teams and things like that. Have you got any players that you think have been particularly snubbed by anyone, or that you think actually should be in All-Australian contention? Potentially anyone from your own clubs or anything like that?
Who's playing tomorrow
night? Sydney Hawthorn, I think. I think it's Sydney Hawthorn.
Yeah, I think Sydney will get it, though.
Yeah, I would go with Sydney.
Mind you, I'm not talking about matches.
No, we're trying to avoid this. What are we doing to ourselves? We're going to run out of content. We never run out of content.
The AFL gives too much content for us to run.
Yeah, it's a feast.
With their constant stupidity.
Yeah, I'm with you, Joe. I actually think tomorrow night could be a really good match.
No, I'm not. I'm not drinking anything alcoholic now.
Sydney Hawthorn old school.
Well, you say old school.
Oh, it's not going to be them fighting for top 4 spots. Like, but I'm actually looking forward to just a cracking goal.
You're talking about 5 years ago here.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm not saying it back that much.
It's not old school.
Whatever. You know what I'm getting at. Good rivalry. And two teams that should, Hawthorn need to put a competitive performance together. So we'll see how they go. How many touches does Dom Sheed end up on from here? What do we think? He's got 28. I'm going to say he goes to 35.
Oh, Bones is watching. Why don't you say something in the chat instead of Discord? We're not in Discord right now, Bones. God.
It's cooler. I certainly did bring my cooler, Docker fan.
He learned from last week, because last week he just brought a pack.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Was unchilled. So half of his beers were unchilled.
Very, very warm lagers. not something I wanted to repeat.
Dom Sheed was 50. Man, Andrew, you have got to be the smartest Alec out there. Dom Sheed finishes with 36. He's got 2 goals as well. Yeah. Here's a better question for you. How many fantasy points does he finish on?
What's he currently
He's on
on?
98 at the moment.
92, looks like at the moment.
92.
I'll give him 127.
On 27.
I think he's going to get 127, and he could easily go bigger than that because Essendon could just totally.
Okay,
fade
so
out of
the
this
leading
game.
fantasy score player is Yo, right? He's
It
on
has to be,
112.
Yeah.
Who finishes top scorer, and what is the score? I've never even thought about this. This is an interesting thing to think about.
It is. I think Yo finishes top scorer because
top.
he's not even
massively.
close to being the top disposal getter on the ground, and he's already
It's because he's tackles.
yeah because of his tackles. So he'll do it. I think he probably gets to about 15, 16 tackles for the game. So maybe he could get upwards of the high 140s, 150s sort of thing. Breach into. I'm going to go that he'll get 148.
148.
I think he'll have a big finish. Yeah.
Elliot Yo. I think he'll get 155.
155. Okay.
So he's going to effectively get 40 points, 45 points in the last quarter.
Yeah. I mean, he got a fair few that quarter. That was a big quarter for him. So here we go. Fourth quarter underway.
There's my man. Doesn't get away with it.
Did Essendon just
spoil.
get the first inside 50 of the quarter?
They did,
Wow.
yes. And the first shot on goal. I'd call that a shot on goal.
Yeah, whatever. He had a ping. He's trying to make something of it.
That's an interesting move that's been made to start this last quarter.
Yeah, well, they've thrown the magnets around a little, haven't they? You've got to try something in this situation.
Guys, don't forget, leave a big thumbs up on the stream if you like it.
String to his bow, so
If you don't like it, leave one anyway.
Yeah, come on. Don't conform. Okay, here we go. Redmond. Up forward. Stop it! Oh. Get it out! Redmond.
West Coast has struggled for goals all game, and if he,
He nearly
kicked
pulled that out.
If
Wow.
he kicked that, God.
That would have been huge. That would have been massive. Oh, good start by Essendon. They go forward. They lock it in. They've had a couple of pings
Yeah.
and won the ball at the midfield.
28 disposals. Andrew Gaff, 26. Zach Merritt, 26. The leading ball winners on the ground too.
Yeah, you just spoke about that at three-quarter time, Basil. Nothing's changed in a minute.
This week,
Repetition. Repetition is key.
Lummy had 30 disposals for the
Instead of talking about the stats you just spoke about not even a minute ago, why don't you call the play?
side when he's got in. Handball.
Such a
Yeah.
bad handball. Can't be ball.
No,
throw it up.
you wouldn't think so.
Yeah,
Marston has had an interesting game for
yeah,
me.
a weird game. Yeah.
He's generally a pretty decent ball winner. He's at 6.
6, so he hasn't won much footy at all. First game back, I guess. Anyone in the wings waiting to
His
steal
first
his
game
spot?
back in the team. He's been playing waffle for a few
Yeah.
weeks.
Is there anyone else in the waffle that would take his spot, or someone coming back from injury that might take his spot?
Well, he just came in for
Yeah.
another player.
Someone like Rotham or something? Yeah, I mean, they made tons of changes, so...
Basil is the Michael Cole of the AFL. I can tell you're a WWE fan, eh? Basil stating the obvious, simple folk like me. Fair enough, Andrew. I'm not gonna contest that statement at all.
There we go. All
Yeah,
right,
that's
they look
fair.
a little more
That's fair.
promising.
I think they're pretty well set up though behind the ball.
I think the Eagles have sort
the
of
looks of
slacked
it.
off pressure without slacking off structure. Like,
It's a bad kick. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like that's not McGovern having good position.
And
It's
that's
just a bad
That
kick.
didn't even go to the advantage of the Essendon player, you know.
He kicked it in between two Essendon players. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And now you've got an over.
Now they're totally away.
Yeah. No pressure at all. You didn't corral him
Yeah.
tight enough, and this is going to be.
Oh, that's a great spoil.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a great spoil.
I thought maybe if that was an actual forward
Yeah.
in the forward line,
Yeah.
I was just like, this is going to be good body work. And
Yeah,
bang, but
I was expecting the body work.
It was
to come.
Hutchings.
Yeah.
Dude, I am going to try and get into a wrestling dojo in Adelaide. There you go, Joel. Good luck with that one, man. Here's a surprise for you. Cale Hooker with 23 disposals.
I had an eye on that. He had 22. He's obviously had the one this quarter. He had 22. Oh, was that up? No.
No, it was already up.
Yeah, surely. Yeah, quietly had a very... Well, maybe not quietly even. I mean, he's had quite a good game among Essendon players that have really struggled, hey. He seems to do that, though. He's so reliable when they have bad games.
How hard is it to tackle that man?
Very, apparently.
Wow.
Okay, that's Petruccelli.
It's missed everything.
No, he's hit the flat of the foot.
Good luck belting some people up, Joel. Well, you say belting people up. I mean, like it's wrestling.
Give me your favourite finisher.
I think the best finisher in terms of just pure strength would be the attitude adjuster, as it's called now. The FU by
the FU.
Cena.
Yeah, that was
the F5 by Lesnar.
Yeah.
Those would be the two most impressive in terms of feats of strength, I think.
It's always just more... I really like the tombstone.
Yes, that is very
Who
good.
doesn't like the Undertaker, right? So, 34-point deficit. It's just...
Nah, just throw a few hooks. Oh, that's a shocking bounce.
Again, yeah.
That's a shocking bounce.
There's Yo with a touch.
Nah. Game 200 for Red.
Yeah.
That's surprising. I forget he spent so long.
He's never really missed... Oh my god, what a terrible kick. Well done by Tipper there.
They've gotten...
God, get rid of it. Yeah, I think, Redden never really was...
Oh, what a great spoil that was.
He's never been out of favour, has he? I mean, he played some waffle when he first got to West Coast, but he's just been a consistent guy for most of the time, hasn't he?
It wasn't that he played waffle. He came off of adductor surgery when he was traded to West Coast. So his first year, he was coming back from an adductor... repairing his adductor.
Yeah.
And then his second year at West Coast, Prudis was taking his spot. On the inside midfield, which is what Redden was best at.
Yeah.
And they tried to move Prudis out, but Prudis couldn't play any other position.
No, he never had the pace to be a wingman or something,
Well, they tried to move him on the half-forward line.
That's right, yeah.
And he couldn't do it, so they moved him back in the middle. I can't watch WWE after watching so much UFC. Yeah, that's fair. All right, to be fair, if you're actually watching WWE, you can't watch it as a sport.
No, you watch it as entertainment.
It is entertainment.
Yeah, sure.
And if you watch it along those lines, it is, for the most part, interesting to watch.
Fine.
If you follow the storylines and stuff.
Yeah.
Japanese Wrestling Federation. Japanese wrestling is something to be experienced.
I've not experienced Japanese wrestling, but I can...
Okay, if you think it's obvious that WWE is fake, watch Japanese wrestling.
Okay, alright, I'm looking forward to this. My housemate's actually quite into Japanese wrestling, so he's told me a bit about it, but... yet to actually watch any myself.
I watched a GIF on Reddit the other day. It might have been today or yesterday. And one of the moves, a guy pulls out a pistol from his pants. Oh, wow. And that's his finisher.
No way! Alright, I'm going...
This is the travesty that is...
Totally watching that when I get home. Oh, man, that's good. Zaharakis and... Oh, God, I know what he's trying to create, but that is so risky.
It's just unforgivable by Zaharakis.
He's had so many clangers tonight, Zaharakis.
That's a great grab. And that's so much space in the forward line that shouldn't exist.
Yeah. I mean, obviously it's there because Zaharakis' turnover is just unforgivable.
Tonight, Jamie Cripps for 16 for the season. 38 goals last year in a premiership year.
Please slot it. No.
It's coming back. No, not enough. Did come back a bit there, though.
It came back a lot.
I thought he was going for an out on the full there.
Yeah, so did I. Played on quickly. Don't let West Coast set up too much.
Yeah, that's what you got to do here. I mean, like, your skills have been abysmal all night. Like, oh, God. Every kick's a nervous kick. Every kick's a nervous kick.
And that's completely missed the target.
That's a dud kick.
That's missed the target by 10 metres.
Poor start for them, wasn't it? I mean, the closeness of the competitions still gives them obviously enough.
Okay, all right.
But it's going to be almost going to be a perfect.
What's that for?
Is it something off the play that then got put to a downfield free kick?
Must be.
They said it was a hold. So I'm wondering, was there a bit of a scrap somewhere? I don't know.
Just haven't seen it often enough this year.
Got a lot of gun teams left. Collingwood, one of them.
And they've gone back.
There as well in Adelaide.
And West Coast have shut down a lot of the outlets. That's a good outlet option.
That
And
was
he's
good.
played on immediately.
Yeah, well
So
done.
he's not allowing,
And that's
he's not
okay.
allowing West Coast to set up. No,
That's really good.
This has actually worked out well.
You got guys in there. Oh.
That's lazy
Bad kick.
running by Marston, considering he's a hard runner.
Ball over the top was pretty good. Now Langford ran into a bit of a wall. Kept coming. High ball back towards the square.
It's a good spoil.
Yeah, well done.
Right there. Two stars of the game running together. Keppel
All right, it's within 6 straight kicks.
Talk about the 30 shots a goal for West Coast. 30 shots. They averaged 9 marks inside their forward 50. Tonight they've taken 20. 20 marks inside.
Yeah, but they've only kicked like 11 goals.
Yeah. Not for lack of shots, though.
Yeah, but for a percentage boosting game,
Yeah, that's a little deflating for West Coast.
they
here
could
now.
be at about 140
yeah.
points now, I think.
Yeah, like they could be pushing, an 80, 90 point victory easily. Like that's a little deflating for
Which
West
would have
Coast.
put them back up to about 110%, which completely changes their season again.
Absolutely. I mean it gives them not only a game but also the same percentage as Fremantle,
Because really,
which is comfort
for
for
them to get top 2, they have to be a game clear. They can't get there on percentage.
No. It kind of makes what the margin in Fremantle's game against Melbourne on Saturday is going to be. It makes it interesting. Can Fremantle get percentage, or is Fremantle going to lose and fall further behind? Who knows?
Well, is that... No, okay. I don't think Freo will get top 4.
No, I don't. I don't think they will. There's a chance they will with how easy their run home is, but I don't think they will. I think eventually they're going to sort of fall behind a
West
bit.
Coast are playing sloppy.
Is that a free?
Yeah, holding.
Or did that go straight to the player? Because Schofield wasn't
Yeah,
thrilled
it was a
about
bit
it.
of a
Not that a
tug there.
50 would have made much of a difference here, but
So when they give up arguing, and rightly so, as Laverne comes in, started the game very strongly tonight.
it's within 5 straight kicks.
Yeah, for a percentage boosting win, this should have been so much
If
more.
this ends up being only a 3-goal win for West Coast or something,
It's disappointing.
that is disappointing. It's a sour taste in a game that you really dominated. Who knows? Maybe the next 10 minutes will be big for them.
Well, you can only wait and see. The comeback is on. Get out, Joel. Shut up. Only we come back from 33 points down. Yeah, remember that? Thought so.
Ooh. There it is. I mean, my team doesn't come back at all. We just... Funny thing to say for the best fourth quarter team in the comp, but we just can't come back from deficits.
No, but to be fair, you're only ever like 2 goals out of it.
Yeah.
So you go back to controlling the ball, out in the wing. Do they have an overlap?
Fine, I'll watch some wrestling instead.
Generally works best and fastest, but
See, this is how you switch the play. That's a
Oh, okay.
brilliant kick.
It was safe enough. Now you're away. Domsheed.
That's...
I don't know if that was a free kick.
Well, let's see it in slow-mo. We'll see if him... I'm assuming he got him high, or he got the arms
Chop of the
instead
arms,
of the ball.
maybe?
Yeah. It's front on contact.
Okay, yeah.
It's front on
that's
contact.
fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. It's unfortunate for Tipper, who put a good effort in to get to the contest, but it's a free.
Well, yeah, he didn't get the ball. He got the man.
Yeah.
If he gets the ball there, fair enough.
Yeah.
But that's a long run up. It's not Ben Brown run
I was
up.
going to say, not sure if Liam Ryan or Ben Brown. He's passed it off.
Brilliant.
And that's awful defence.
Uh-huh.
Because Hutchings has killed Saad.
He's a very good forward player.
This is a really good game for Adam Simpsons in terms of how he's used Hutchings. Because Saad has had no impact, and Hutchings is about to kick his second goal.
Well, we all thought he'd go to a midfield player or something, but I tell you what, it is completely wrecked
Simpson has just
their run out of back.
Oh, killed them. Oh, he should have closed. That percentage, no.
Come on.
11-22. Wow. Oh, 20 more scoring shots than them. 21 more scoring shots.
Because West Coast have been one of the most accurate teams in the comp.
Yeah, and never really are ever that bad in front of goal. I've never known a West Coast team to be that bad in front of goal.
Okay, they've got men in the middle here. They've got control of the corridors.
I thought Ryan was going to get him for a second there.
Yeah, they've got complete control of the corridor in that passage.
Yeah.
But this is where they fall down a bit.
Wow.
What happened there?
Oh, surely just run into the open goal, mate. If he misses this, that's a disgrace. But yeah, I don't know. That's got to be a miscommunication or something. I agree, Andrew. That was terrible defense. 25 points.
That's how you kick a goal, Hutchings. Or West Coast.
Yeah, West Coast in general, yeah. You think it's ballsy from Adam Simpson to be like, oh, don't worry about their midfielders, we got their midfielders, considering pretty good midfield in personnel-wise.
Yeah, they just haven't travelled well.
No.
I suppose he's gone in with the game plan of West Coast as a team will tag.
Yeah.
With pressure.
Yeah, and Elliot helps a lot with that, with the amount of tackles he's got.
Well, yeah,
and
how much is he at now? Still 11.
119 fantasy. Okay, Cal Hooker's up to 103. That's handy.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would have him in their team.
Sheed's got 2 touches this quarter. So it's on 30. I think I gave Sheed 34 touches.
I said 36, so I gave him another 8 touches.
I give him 4 from here. Okay, all right. That bangs. They'll get a mark here. Oh no!
It's over the back though.
There you go. There you go.
Cameron,
well done.
I want to know what he's at actually because he's in my team.
Yeah, he's had quite a good game.
69 for 100.
Well done. Yeah, 7
70K
touches.
player.
What's he got? 2 goals now.
I'm happy with that.
Two goals, 2. Yeah, he's laid 7 tackles. That's
massive.
It's impressive.
That is very impressive.
Yeah.
Okay, so the teams in terms of tackles: Yo 11, Shuey 7, Cameron 7, and I reckon in terms of disposals, actually you'll be able to pull up disposals.
Yeah. Do that for us.
Marks, intercepts, free kicks. Wow, efficiency inside 50.
Ooh. 44% is not very good.
Free kicks are pretty even. Intercepts, West Coast dominating. Tackles, West Coast are up. And I reckon they've had more disposals. That's...
Oh, he's got it back.
No, that's a very good play.
That's frustrating for West Coast, man. This percentage thing is not... It's not blown out the way they wanted it to blow out.
No.
They've never looked like losing the game, but it has not blown out the way they would have wanted it to. Alright, team stats, okay. So disposals. We're looking at Essendon's leading disposals. 330 to 339, so no real discrepancy there.
Yeah, I thought West Coast had controlled the ball much better. Which I suppose they have, really. If you actually have a look at it, I reckon West Coast have had more uncontested. Essendon will have more
I would
contested.
say so. Inside 50, 61 to 34. Disposal efficiency, 77 to 74.1 in Essendon.
There's not much in that, though.
West Coast favour, but no, not much. Free kicks, quite even, 22 to 20. Clearances, stoppages, contested possessions, 127 to 114, Essendon's favour, which obviously means uncontested possessions. West Coast would
West
be
Coast
winning.
way, yeah.
Quite convincingly.
Interesting, the Bombers, McKernan through his hands. Now Hearn got away from Parrish, maybe a little easy.
Goes Sheed.
Handball clearing to Red. Back
Yeah. Nice, easy. They clear the defence too easy.
tonight. He's done well. 14 disposals for the big ruckman. At the back, Ryan.
Get away from me!
Oh,
Get away from me!
Now Sard.
That's very clever.
that was clever.
That's kind of clever. And he's not going to be able to get... Yeah, he's been pinned. One arm's pinned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that should be holding the ball. I think that's not a bad call from the umpire.
Yeah, but as soon as he
never
comes to the ground, watch this. He stops.
I don't know. He never really
Maybe,
had a prior, and
maybe.
he continued to move his arm. I think that's a good call. Trying to remember what I had. I had West Coast by 22 tonight in my margin. My work tips. So where are that? What are we at?
I think it's 25.
It's 25 something. Hey, I'm pretty happy with that right now.
That's over the back.
Oh,
He's got that. He cleared the pack.
He does have that.
I just want to make it known that I called that before it happened.
Who's watching him? Who's supposed to be on Liam Ryan? Like, that's unacceptable.
I'm pretty sure it's Tip and Woody that's supposed to be on him.
Yeah,
He's been on him for most of the
He
game.
has, yeah. And that's unacceptable.
Well, he went to the pack.
Yeah.
So it tells me Tim and Woody wasn't watching the ball.
yeah.
He watched where the pack formed. Please kick it this time.
He has.
Let's get like 10 quick goals.
Yeah,
It's
that
not
was
unreasonable, is it? It's not unreasonable.
No.
6 minutes, 10 goals.
Not with how bad Essendon's played in patches tonight. Yeah. Okay, so how are we going for disposals here? Sheed's at 32.
So I need him to have 4 more in the last 6 minutes.
I need him to have 2 more. So I tell you, he might even just split the difference and end up on 35.
And Gaff, my captain, is sitting on 85 fantasy points.
That's not great.
I was thinking about putting
It's not
him
great
on
at
or Grundy.
Okay, here we go. Distance leaders. Gaff's run 14.2 Ks to lead the distance. Okay.
Yeah, he's
Sounds
leading
pretty
Heppel.
him, Heppel,
So he's leading the
Hutchins,
next
McGrath,
best player by half a K.
Yeah.
Over half a K. And he's leading the next best West Coast defender by a K. Like his amount
elite
of running
runner.
is
Elite
staggering.
runner. Oh, Mitch Brown likes to get him back quick.
These are the amount of goals in the last 10 minutes has been staggering.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, for a game that was really struggling for either side to get goals at one point. Oh, it wasn't Mitch Brown.
Miss,
Sorry.
miss, 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 miss.
He has. He has
Don't mark
not
the
even
ball.
made the distance.
Wow. That's a 40-metre kick,
That's a
man.
very, very ugly kick.
Yo turned his man inside out to get back to tackle that man.
That's another
His
tackle.
intent to get to the ball.
Yeah, is unquestionable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The challenger is coming. We mentioned at the outset, a lot of interest in his return alive.
It's a great hands in the contest.
WA of the West Coast Eagles reserves.
Thank you, yo. More possessions. Oh, I thought that went over the back then.
Okay.
That's all right.
The club Adam Simpson.
That's an okay kick. I thought that was going to be too heavy.
Oh, that's risky.
Just got that.
Stop it. Oh, okay.
Good.
West Coast by 30 points, 11-4, 13-22, 100 plays, 70. Jeddah. Back into Marston.
Good
That's a good
kick.
kick.
Yeah, very good.
Really good kick.
Completely cleared the zone then.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fantastic.
West Coast,
West Coast.
after a loss on the back of Sydney, and a bad loss it was. 5 wins in a row. Got Hawthorn next.
Got something they like on.
The MCG.
The switch, and then they're going to have the overlap now. Yep. They're on here.
So they've got to have someone that...
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
great,
wow.
Great work. Great work. Well done, Duggan. Bad by Bell Chambers.
That was brilliant by Duggan.
Bell Chambers need to be a little sharper than that.
Here we go. That's a shocking as well. Kennedy's just going to apply the pressure.
He's dragged that in.
Maybe.
Yeah.
He has.
He dragged that in. Either that or Kennedy made it look like he dragged it in perfectly.
No, he pulled it. Yeah, he did.
Free kick.
Please kick the goal, Kennedy. You've missed so many shots.
3-5. Wow.
This is your 9th shot on goal.
Well, Begley's got 3. Okay, I thought he had 2. Oh, God.
Darling Mark. Wow.
How do you let that happen? Every single defender went up. That's inexcusable.
If someone is coaching junior footy and you want to show your kids what not to do when they play in the back line, show them that clip. Because that was absolutely awful by Essendon.
Both West Coast players were out of position.
That was awful. Like, how does everyone fly at the ball when no one just stay down and wait for the small forward?
And the thing is, they didn't kill the ball.
Nah, none at all. That was bad.
So none of those defenders that went up got enough purchase on the ball. He knows he's having a stinker. It just dropped
that's
straight
so
down. That is
bad.
a shocking play.
Who's that? I don't know who the last defender there was. Not McGrath, but the other dude who went up.
I think McGrath was on him.
But to not even go up and affect the contest, if you have 3 blokes go at it, you want to at least affect it. Okay.
I'm happy with that.
132. That's
swinging
lazy
a
by
miss.
Apple. And now look how hurt you get because you just didn't want to bend over and pick the football up.
Marston's been good in the last quarter. He's picked up his... Well, I suppose he hasn't picked up his work rate. His work rate is...
He's just getting a little more reward for it. Yeah.
That's a good kick.
That's a good kick. Kyle Hooker's been very good. That was a good chop off there.
They have no forwards leading at the ball right now. Look at that. It's just completely stagnant. They're not creating space or anything.
They're just all sitting there saying, kick it into us.
That's not 15. And that's missed. That is very lazy by Essendon.
It's really bad, hey. It's a forward line that don't know what they're doing.
Waiting for the bomb in. There's no space or movement.
Is Callum Stewart? Is it Callum Stewart? Is he still on their list? If he was, I really wish he'd get a game. I don't know. If anyone knows, please let me know because I actually really liked him last year or the year before. I don't know.
Because I tell you what, okay, if you're a forward player and you just want to have a pack-up situation, then the other forwards need to be leading at the ball.
100%.
To drag the defenders out.
Yeah.
To give you a one-on-one contested contest.
Yeah, and give you some movement. Just
you
get
don't,
something
you don't want
flowing.
4, 6 players going up for the one pack.
Yeah.
Darling, brilliant.
Oh, okay, not good.
I thought that was going more to the left than it was.
How are we tracking with Dom Sheed's disposals?
35.
35.
One
okay,
off.
So he's past me.
We're both one off.
He's past me.
So is he going to split the ledger between us, or
is he going to get that one?
We're under a minute. We're under a minute to go. Good kick. There he is.
Good use of the footy.
Hmm.
Too late, unfortunately, for the Bombers. Ambrose outside 50. Can they get a consolation goal here?
Why would you go to that? He's not on the move. He's completely stationary. 36.
There you go.
On the money. Don't get it again.
8
please.
touches in the last term. Good finish. 36 touches. Dom Sheed's good season continues.
Clever little kick from Parrish to Shield. High ball in.
Pushed him out with his legs, but that's okay. Can't tackle him. He doesn't go down.
And there you go. It'll be a 35-point win to the West Coast Eagles. And there it is. They assure that Fremantle will not pass them on the ladder this week.
And they stay fourth.
You bastards.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
You bastards. Get out of here.
14-22. They didn't do it pretty, but they did it convincingly.
Very convincingly, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what do you make of that? What's your initial thoughts now that we've got the final siren sounding?
Oh, I can't pause that, really? Yeah, I've got it. Can I? I've got it. I actually can't pause it. Okay.
No.
I just wanted to keep the stats up there, but we can put the stats up from here and stuff. Anyway, well, that was interesting.
Very interesting.
West Coast clearly the team of the match.
Without any shadow of
very
doubt.
clearly.
Even in the first quarter when Essendon was scoring,
we did
West
call
Coast
that
were in
West Coast
control.
probably had more of the play.
They were in control.
Actually,
Yeah.
what does it do for their ladder position? What's their percentage at now?
Yeah, it's a good question.
It's 106 now.
So
it's
they
a bit
jump up
healthier.
like 3 points. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a bit healthier.
Not bad. I mean, when you're contending with Adelaide, let's say Adelaide maybe has a bad loss here or there, that can bring you within it. It certainly
Adelaide
brings
have their
you.
bye, so they're a game clear still in fourth spot.
It certainly
Doesn't matter
gives
what
you
happens.
a bit of comfort if Fremantle's to drop a game. You know, because given that Fremantle, if they drop a game, are not going to drop one by a lot of points. They don't leak enough points to drop them by big margins.
Yeah.
So West Coast kind of need to win to make that up. I mean, I don't think they're overly worried about Fremantle's win-loss ratio threatening theirs at the moment.
No,
anyway,
probably not.
so-
They're probably most worried about Adelaide, I would think. Out of all the teams, I think Adelaide is the biggest.
threat to that top.
Yeah.
No, I don't actually believe in Adelaide that much to be pinching that.
No,
to be honest.
they're up and down as well.
Yeah, really up and
It
down.
really
depending
depends
on
how these teams come out from the back end of the year.
Yeah, and I would not put enough stock in Adelaide to come out well at the back end of the year. I'm quite a critic of Adelaide. I don't find Adelaide to be an overly enticing team. I don't think they can get the job done in that back end. I would trust West Coast more.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, convincing win for
Very convincing. Would have been a much
Eagles.
more convincing win on the scoreboard.
Yeah,
It should have been
exactly.
a much
I mean,
more convincing win on the
even
scoreboard.
saying that, it's a 35-point win, so it's still enough of a win to be like, yeah,
I mean,
they commanded the game. but-
Really, if we're being honest, 22 behinds is not acceptable.
No, it's not. No.
A team that is relatively decent at kicking the ball for goal, probably converts half of those, so 11 behinds. That should have been an extra 11 goal win.
Yeah, so 14-22. Let's split the
This
difference.
should have been an 100-point win.
Yeah, let's split the difference even and just be generous and say that it was an 18-18 game instead of a 14-22.
Yeah.
And what are you looking at then? You're looking at I think
You're still looking
still
at
like
about
an 80-point win,
You're
70,
still looking
80
at a
point
10-goal
win.
win, yeah.
Yeah, so, and that makes a big difference. However, in terms of general play, if you want to look on the bright side, commanding performance from the Eagles. Reaffirming performance after the performance they gave before the bye.
Very confidence boosting, considering Nick Nat is still to come back.
Yeah.
And Rioli comes back into this team.
Yes. Yeah.
It's looking good.
It is looking good.
So far.
So
I mean, we're one game from the bye.
Who do the Eagles have next week? I don't know.
Couldn't tell you.
I may look that up.
Couldn't tell you from the top of
because
my
I
head.
just want to see who they have to carry this performance into, and that would give us a good indicator of where we think they're
Essendon play
about to be at.
GWS next Thursday.
And I would think that Essendon
I would say GWS
may get reamed there. Yeah, I think that may not be pretty for Essendon because GWS kind of is the side that if they dish this performance up, will hurt them on the scoreboard.
They probably dropped 2 games out of the 8 then.
Yeah.
I think they were 1 game or they were equal ledger with the 8.
Well, filming my mid-season review for GWS the other day, I was thinking, I was just researching how they score and things like that, and having been second for scoring, I would have thought GWS put them to the sword, which, really hurts Essendon's chances of getting into the 8. Really does.
Yeah.
The Eagles next week, I believe, will have... they travel to play Hawthorn. So they carry this performance into Hawthorn, an unpredictable side to play, but...
Yeah,
they carry
West
this
Coast play the
performance
MCG well now, though.
Yeah, and if they carry this performance into that game, I'm really going to trust
and you've
West
also
Coast's
got to remember,
ability to get the job done.
There's a good chance that Nick Nat comes back next week.
Yeah.
Which actually makes West Coast an unknown team.
Yeah, it does. How are they going to go with him?
He changes the way that they play in such a dramatic fashion.
And it's a way that you sort of wonder, like, how does West Coast manage that? Then, like, how do West Coast turn around and go, we're playing good footy already. We don't want to become Nick Nat centric, A, because it's his first game back, but B, because we were playing good footy the way we were playing. Although we'd like to utilise you to the best of your ability. It's a weird balance that they then have to find, without becoming too... And they've done it before, so it's not like they're just going into the dark.
Well, when he went down, they adjusted very quickly.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
I don't think their midfield is so reliant on Nick Nat to the point where they need him there.
Yeah.
But he is icing to the cake.
Yeah, I think exactly. I view him as the ultimate luxury for that team, He comes in and gives them another dimension to a team that's already strong and put together a really sound performance tonight.
Well, that game's done.
It certainly is.
Bad game for Essendon. Pretty good game for West Coast. Let's go through the rest of the round.
Okay, so tomorrow night, we are at the SCG tomorrow night.
Yes.
For Sydney v Hawthorn, which looks likely to be
I
just looking ahead, it's going to be the game of the round.
I think Sydney win it, yeah.
I'm tipping Sydney.
Yeah, I think Sydney win it.
I'm tipping Sydney, although it wouldn't surprise me with Hawthorn brought back Roughhead. So, yeah, what do you think that does for him, if anything?
Wouldn't be surprised if this team kind of puts in a shocker after the debacle of a week they've had with Stratton. Their captain.
Yeah, and he's missing now.
I'm not sure. In years past, if this had happened to Hodge or anything, you have so many other senior players.
You're sitting there with it's okay, we got Lewis Mitchell, Franklin maybe, Roughhead.
Yeah, and that team had had so much swagger about it that nothing affected the team on or off the field, sort of thing. I think this is going to be a big loss.
Yeah, a lot of young guys who don't have that mentality of the Lewis, the Mitchells, the Hodges, so.
Because they don't have the credentials of the
to just fall back on it and be like, okay, we've got
exactly
supreme confidence. So, I'm going to go with Sydney.
Yeah, Swans for me.
Yeah, who takes Buddy? Is it Frawley? Or?
It'd have to be Frawley. There's no one else in that team that can.
Good luck to him. It's not going to work.
Especially because Buddy is looking... He's starting to look
really
quite
good.
menacing.
Really good. Is he close to passing 1,000 goals now? Or
he's at...
he only just passed.
No, he's at about 960. So
okay.
He won't get it this year.
No.
But he will get it next year.
Yeah. So he's looked deadly. So Sydney for mine, Sydney for yours.
Yeah.
We move on to the next game. We're at the MCG for my boys to take on Melbourne. I'm going to go with the Dockers. But this is actually quite an interesting game. Melbourne's outs were really bad. They really hurt them. They're missing Hibberd, Lever, Garlett, and one of the Wagners.
One game, and is he injured?
Yeah, he's sore. He's got a sore ankle. Right. So they're going to manage him and not take any risks, which gave me a lot of comfort as a Freo fan because I was actually a little worried about the May Lever thing. Actually, they held up quite well last week. I didn't know how Fremantle would deal with that because they get to essentially double team Hogan and not worry very much about Brendan Cox. Now it's May v Hogan. And I'm going to back Hogan in with the form that he was in last week.
But I will say that having Lever out adds another probably small to this, unless they've brought in Oscar.
No, I don't think they had.
Yeah, it gives them another small, which gives them a more
speed
to
Walters. Are we thinking?
No, more speed out of defense.
Yeah.
As well.
Which they will need, because Fremantle has been really good at shutting down people running out of their defence.
And I think May can take Hogan.
I think he could, but I'm going to go with May not being as overly fit as he can be.
And is Jetta
and also
back yet?
Hogan loves to run for... No, Jetta did not come
Jetta's
back.
not back.
In came Neil Bullen and then some other questionable guys, I think. No one really solid.
So who would be a small backman for Melbourne that can play on Walters?
Well, I know the keys now are going to be Frost.
Because I would have said Jetta. And I would have said Jetta is a good chance to beat him.
It was actually, I was having a conversation with a friend who also supports Fremantle during the week, and we were talking that Jetta actually may be the one defender that we would look at and go, you could actually do a pretty good job on Walters. I don't know who they take with small defenders. They're probably going to run someone like Fritsch or something like that.
Maybe.
And to that, I say good luck, Bailey Fritsch. I don't think he can stop Walters at the moment. The interesting battle outside of the forward and back structure is actually going to be Clayton Oliver v Nat Fyfe and who can win the footy.
Fyfe takes it.
So yeah.
He's too big.
Yeah, he is.
He's way too big.
Yeah, I think
you
so.
You can't tackle him.
And then you've got Gawn v Darcy.
I was saying tonight that Shuey's very hard to tackle. And don't get me wrong, that is very true. But Fyfe is...
impossible to tackle for people at the moment. And he moves around with...
His ability in the air as well is unmatched. I
don't want to sound like too much of a glowing fanboy, but he moves around with this grace on the field.
I'm actually very interested. I was thinking about this earlier today. I'm very, very interested to look at the AFL player rankings because Fyfe is now starting to come up to 44 consecutive games.
Yeah.
Or 2 seasons in a row sort of thing. I want to know where he's currently ranked and how quickly he's moving up because
from my memory, from what they were saying last week in the commentary, I think he's number 1 at the moment.
Is he number 1?
I think he's overtaken Dangerfield as
and
number 1.
I don't think he's got 44 games in a row. So he's missed games.
He hasn't. He still missed a few last year with a bruised chest and stuff.
He is for mine still.
I think he's the best player in the AFL.
Easily the best player.
I think he's the best individual player in the AFL.
It's Fyfe, Daylight, and then the rest of the competition. I would
agree with that. I tend to think... I looked at the AFL.com.au Brownlow predictor during the week, and they had Tim Kelly, and then it's Cripps and Fyfe, and there's only 2 or 3 votes separating them at the moment. I think, but
but also they didn't get suspended. This is probably his
and I know in that predictor they didn't give Fyfe any votes for the win over Collingwood, and there's a very high chance that he gets 2. There's only I think it was a Walters domination that's going to get 3. So Fremantle for mine.
Next,
not by much. I think Melbourne puts up a pretty good fight.
This is the thing. Melbourne have been kind of playing good footy.
They have.
But they've been
if not for inaccuracy,
at the same time.
If not for inaccuracy,
it's not even
they could have won 4 in a row.
It's not even just inaccuracy. It's their inside 50, converting inside 50s to scoring shots has been
abysmal.
The worst in the competition,
Terrible.
I think.
Well, they're something second in inside 50s and 17th in scoring or something
that's
like that.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
They're actual turning inside 50s into shots on goal is probably the worst in the competition.
Yeah, it's been bad.
If they can fix that, then they're a good team. And this is the thing. I don't think they fix it.
It's hard for put it this way. The 17th team in scoring, I think they're somewhere like that, 16th, 17th, is going against the second team in defense. That makes it tough.
Yeah, but Fremantle aren't exactly high scoring themselves.
No. Which, could work in their favour. But essentially, putting a score on the board is going to be really tough for the defense.
All right. You've convinced me. Freo for me.
Amen. Okay, we move on. Marvel Stadium. The Saints are hosting the Lions. That's on Saturday, 4:35 p.m. Eastern Time.
I know the Lions don't play well in Melbourne, but I am backing in the Lions. The Saints haven't been.
I will also back in the Lions. The Saints squeaked by a Gold Coast outfit that did everything they could to lose that game last week, I thought. I don't know anyone in the Saints who's going to... Yeah, excellent. I just think personnel-wise, I'm looking at personnel, and I just don't see anyone in the Saints midfield that's capable of running with...
no, but the problem is the only Lions player that travels is Lachie Neale.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, none of them seem to be up to it.
None of them are any good at travelling. So can they use this game as a turnaround? They need to if they want to play finals.
Yeah, they do.
They have to win this game because this is a winnable game.
Well, they're 7th on the ladder at the moment.
They have to win it if they want to play finals.
I'm going to back the Lions in. Interesting game up next. We're at Adelaide Oval for the 9th place Port Adelaide Power versus the Geelong Cats.
I think Port are a big chance at an upset.
I think they're a huge chance at an upset.
They're a big chance for an upset.
Well, they played respectable footy last week where they were kind of... The chips weren't in their favour.
The interesting thing about this game is both of these clubs are the worst performing clubs coming off of a bye in the history of having the bye.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That
makes it super interesting.
Suck after the bye.
Okay.
Like the game after the bye.
Yeah.
They both suck.
Okay.
So neither team has any form coming off of a bye in history, in recent history.
Wow. That does make it interesting. You know what? I'm going to tip the upset. I'm backing Port Adelaide.
No, I think Port can get this.
I'm going to back Port Adelaide in. I think the Dixon's back, right? So you bring him back, like we've said throughout the night, it changes the whole dynamic of their team. Geelong are obviously a shot. We're tipping against the favourite.
Yeah.
So they're obviously within reason to think they should win the game, but I'm going to go with the Power.
Yeah, I think the Power.
Yeah. Okay, last game of the round, the final game of the bye rounds. We go back to Marvel Stadium on the Sunday where we've got the Bulldogs hosting Collingwood.
Now this is going to be
the Jordan Rufford Cup.
This is going to be an interesting game because the Pies are without Stevenson.
Yeah, and after a big week.
Stevenson does a lot for this team.
Huge. Like, he was massive against Melbourne before they had the bye. When he kicked like 2 goals, 3, but he was big. Like,
well, in 9 matches for the Pies, so 9 of the 11 or 12 games that they've played, either Stevenson or De Goey have kicked their first goal.
Oh, wow.
Stevenson has kicked more first goals than what De Goey has. I think he's done it like 4 or 5 times, and De Goey's done it like 3 or 4 times.
Jeez,
something
okay.
like that. Yeah.
I think it adds a lot of pressure to the forwards that are still going to be there. It adds a lot of pressure to De Goey, not having Stevenson adds a lot of pressure to De Goey, and it adds a lot of pressure to guys like Myercheck. A lot of pressure to maybe like Jamie Elliott or something like that. Is he in or is he injured at the moment? I don't know. Jamie Elliott. Has he been playing? He's been playing.
I think he's in.
So, adds a lot of pressure to them because Stevenson's not there to just add some sort of panic to defenders. Like, he panics defenders.
His speed panics defenders. I still think Collingwood would get this.
I'm going to go with the Pies.
Easily.
Yeah, I still think the Pies.
I think this is a 40, 50 goal margin.
Yeah, I don't see this even being a danger game
40,
for the
50
Pies.
point margin.
Like, I don't even see it being a danger game for the Pies.
No,
I think they win safely. So yeah, I'm going to stick with them. They, bounce back from... Oh no, they won before the bye. I was thinking of the Freo game. And they're going to continue rolling.
Yep. That's us.
I think that's us for the night. That's the watch party. We've gone through the game. We've watched the game. We've gone through the remaining games.
We'll let you know next week as to whether we're going to be doing a watch party for next Thursday night's game because the game start is earlier.
5:20. Yeah.
Which then puts a bit more strain on our timing.
Yes, indeed it does.
But we will try and bring it to you if we can.
Since we enjoy it as much as you guys enjoy it, clearly. Yeah.
Oh, what a nerve-wracking game.
So, summation. Eagles very dominant. Essendon not very good.
West Coast very dominant, but not taking their opportunities. Essendon were just abysmal.
Yeah.
Abysmal.
Put together
a game that they really needed to win to stay in touch with the top 8, and they didn't even put up a fight.
Put together a really, really poor performance. Yeah. So, they were bad. Eagles were good without kicking straight.
Yeah. Good without reward.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think Dom Sheed, Elliot, they continue on their ways. So yeah, that's us. So thanks so much for watching, guys. If you did like the video, please leave a big thumbs up.
That's right.
Subscribe to the AFL Access channel and make sure you ring that bell to receive notifications. And remember, you can also join our Discord server.
Link will be in the description below.
Yep, and just that'll let you join the conversation as Bones did tonight.
Yes.
And yeah, enjoy the weekend of footy, and thanks so much.
No worries, guys. Thank you.
This has been your AFL Access.
Bye.